topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels or micro. Ladies and gentlemen, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels or microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
That's the title. I see y'all up in there. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. Let's see, I just came from the anime. Word. Yep. Tony Copper.
Chopper.
Call me Copper. I'm Tony Copper.
Yeah, you got the brown hat, right? Yeah.
Indeed. Let me turn it to the side
that's
right
true.
here.
That's
It's
true.
gonna be a beautiful day today. It's on another level today. Got the Aborigines in the building. I see them already. Aboriginals are in the building. They are representing. They stepping up hard. They are in here. I see the Vedic room.
Hey.
Oh, man. Cuz we got my brother coming, man. Gonna drop some jewels today. Tennessee, man. We have Aboriginal Power coming through. Oh, man. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something today. I see y'all representing. Cover boy. All right. They said I love that hat, no doubt.
Hey.
We setting it up. Man, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm about to start the show. We about to go. All right, let y'all make sure y'all hit that super chat. If y'all up in here, y'all got questions. I know we got Aboriginal Power coming through. Make sure y'all hit that super chat, man. You know, we doing this straight up out our own pockets and stuff like that. And we making it work. We making the thing work. Make sure y'all hit that like. Tell everybody to come over because it's about to be some heat over here today. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start the show. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Killah Priest Podcraft. I am your host, Killah Priest. I ain't shit from America. Original, right? All right. And running the rocket is none other than A.D.A. Dizzle.
Yeah. Welcome back. It's going to be a wild show. Let's go.
Co-host with the most.
Yeah.
Co-host with the most. On the side of me, on my side, is nothing but solo gems.
Peace. What's good? Happy day, everyone. Hope y'all living it up and doing y'all. You feel me?
And I want to shout out to the moderators. The moderators is always greater, no other innovator. Oh, man. Give me another round with that. No other innovator.
Instigator.
There we go.
Whether it's now or later.
Yeah, not no imitators. In the building, we got Fila B. We got shout out to all the moderators. It's too many to shout out, but we got Overkill in the building. Shout out to Knowledge Born. I seen the show. It was a beautiful build with the sisters and with Ka Zodiac coming through. Where Royal Priesthood rocks the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's our turn to rock the world, and we're gonna do that today. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Journey Becoming Better of Self is in the building. Shout out to you, my brother.
Shout outs.
While I get started, man, we're gonna get started. We're gonna make sure that everybody come on through. We're having a good time. Let's start off with solo gems. How was our weekend?
Oh, it was interesting. I ain't gonna lie, it was real interesting. We got a little animated anime, you feel me, weekend. Expo, you know what I mean, in LA. It was dope, you know what I mean, it was fire. You know, people came out there and showed out their costumes and their cosplaying. So that was dope, you know what I mean? So a lot of One Piece, you know, if y'all know me, I'm a big One Piece representative. I watch that. That's my go-to. They was in the building, you know what I mean? They was showing out for One Piece, you know what I mean? Demon Slayer too. Demon Slayer. You know what I mean? There's a lot of those characters, you know, I ain't gonna lie, but One Piece kind of showed out. They showed out. But it was dope. It was cool. You know what I mean? This was my first time going to any type of event like that before. I've always been wanting to go to like an anime event, so that was like really that was really my vibe. That was cool. You know, that was dope. Shout out to One Piece. You know, you got the chopper hat on. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? It got a little nice little you know what I mean? Chopper's he's like the mascot. You know that, right? He's like the mascot of like One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, wearing his hat is like really a big deal.
I had to copy it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So this is Tony Chopper, but I call myself Tony Copper.
Uh-huh.
Copper, and it all adds up. You know what I mean? Copper colored people in the building. I see y'all, man. It's gonna be a very good build. You know, I love the switch up, and I love you know, new information when it comes down. We had shout out to Dane Calloway when he came through. It's very controversy. You know what I mean? A very controversy of new type of ideas. Waking up, and any type of waking up is good. Pockets here, pockets there, pockets over there, pockets everywhere. So that's good. So I can't wait till he come in, and that'll be on the mark of probably probably in 30 minutes or whatever. I see him. Aboriginal means first, African first, everywhere. Oh, I see y'all already talking and politicking in the building.
Yeah, man.
That's a good thing, man. Yeah. We got the Illuminati running wild. The Illuminati, you can say that just clearly now.
Really?
We have a lot of secret occult groups running wild. A lot of people that work for groups that you don't even think of. They be down there, be in pockets, be amongst us, and be traveling amongst us, and they're kind of like eluding us off the path, and they talk like us, walk like us, but they're not really us. They're for the other agenda, so it's good to have discernment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Having that discernment, that's what we lost. You know what engulfed us, our discernment? Lotto. We can't get it right. Yeah,
he said Lotto?
Yeah, because it's a bulk of it. It's like when you started thinking outside the box and your discernment coming, you're just trying to get these numbers that they put in front of us. They put all these numbers and stuff like that and offer the $2 trillion. Now you got all your discernment, intuition, and all of that goes right into that. I had a dream of a fish last night. My left arm started itching. You know how they used to say that back in the days before your time.
Okay.
They had a dream of a fish.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? Before they used to put that to a science. They had it down like that. Used to have dream of a fish. I dreamt of a horse jumping over, I don't know, hurdle, something like that, backwards. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Yeah, I see that in the building already.
Shout outs.
Procreation is murder, and that's from Pro-Mortalist.
Pro-Mortalist.
I like that name.
Hey,
shout out. He put 20 on it.
Yeah, shout outs, man. Shout outs to Super Chats, yo.
Come on, let's make it bigger than Pro-Mortalist. Say that right. He put 20 on it. Y'all can put man, outdo that brother, man. Shout out. We are in the month of the Cancer, and I want to shout out Ty Phoenix for coming through last time and really putting it down. I look up more. I look left and right before I get out. Before I get out the out of my resting station. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna make it all about me. Salo, what you got to say?
Feeling good. You know what I mean? Had a good weekend. Enjoyed the weekend. We had a fun weekend actually. You know, we went bowling.
Yes, we did.
We did. You know what I mean? where I took the W. If y'all saw my story, you know, I took the W on that.
God.
You know, because I ain't gonna lie, I had to take the championship away. You know what I mean? He beat me before. So I kind of had to come back with some vengeance, you know. So, you know, it was one of those dope times. You know, we went to the anime convention, expo, so that was dope. That was cool. You know, we just had a good time. You know, we went to different little clubs and, you know, just had fun. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. But I had to throw that out there. You know what I mean? I took the W on that. You feel me?
Yeah, you got me.
I'm a competitor.
I knew, yeah, go ahead.
No, go. You got it.
I knew it was my days was closing in on me when because it's just a zone you got into, man. I was like, I don't know what it was because I took the first game, then you took the second two. You was in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I took the L on that one. I didn't take the L. You kind of took the W.
Yeah,
and You know, we got one more.
Yeah.
One more. We had plenty of fun. Shout out to Sister Bethy in the building. She said, what she says? She said, you dream of a fish, someone is pregnant in your family, or true culture. Come on, let's go. Let's go with it.
All right.
Damn, like that?
Yeah.
Man.
Come on, Sister
Man.
Bethy. I like that. Yeah, she said someone pregnant. No, they used to do that. You know what I mean? But they have, exactly. My left hand, my palm is itching. Somebody owed me money.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And we forgot some of those things, man. So, you know, so in the bulk, they said, oh, damn, all of these spiritual power. We're gonna take all of that discernment and all of that. We're gonna bulk it up. You know how they do. We used to own laundry mats. There's a lot of independent laundry mats back in the day. You know what I mean? And then here they come with super wash. You know what I'm saying? 4 blocks long, super wash. And you got everything in there. It's everywhere. Now moms and pops, you can't even get that laundry mat, right? That used to be there by the old man used to come out, you know what I mean, or the lady. But now you got super wash, you got superior wash, you got it's more convenient.
Right.
But it's like the companies are coming in and just sweeping up everything and your dream and our dream.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing that for a very long time. All right, Salo, go ahead.
You was building. You was doing your thing.
Yeah, I digress.
I mean, back to a little. I just want to highlight how much of a competitor I am. I'm a real big competitor. I don't like losing. I want everybody to know that I don't like losing in any situation, whether it's life, whether it's a game. I'm a real big competitor. So you know that game of bowling was really serious to me. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Like I couldn't let myself lose. You know what I mean? I have my moments where, you know, when I think too much about certain things, right, and I don't take that deep breath, I mess up, right? I had to be patient with myself. This is real gems, right? Over the whole life, I had to be real patient with myself. I had to take a breath because if I had to listen to any negative thoughts, because he was throwing words out there that throw me off my game, right? So I took some deep breaths and I was like, you know what? Take a deep breath. I hit that strike. Oh yeah, and you pay attention to the signs, right? You know what I mean? The light little flicker on the ball. Yeah. You know, I saw the little sign. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick that ball. I got a strike. I hit that strike. That was the game closer right there. You know what I mean? And you know, just pay attention to life. You know what I mean? Because life actually shows you the things, and be patient with yourself. Because when you take that deep breath within yourself, you know, everything goes right and goes smoothly. So. You know what I mean? That's the truth, you know what I mean? Throw some Solomon wisdom, mix them with the bowling. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the truth. It.
The black ball, you know what I mean? It was exactly. The pins.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was the black ball too. It was the black ball, 15. The big bowling ball, you know what I mean? And I was like, I had to pick that one. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this one. And that was game set right there. You know what I mean?
You put me away. away.
Yeah, you know, that's how it was, you know, feel good about that. When you get a win, it feels encouraging. And after that, I was hitting strikes after strikes. You know what I mean? I was hitting strikes, spares. I just couldn't miss. I just couldn't miss at that point. You know what I mean? Everybody got their cold moments. It wasn't a perfect game from solo, but you know what I mean? That's what is life. You know what I mean? Not everything's gonna be perfect, but you got to get yourself out the hole. You know what I mean? So when you get those moments where you like letting somebody back in the game, right? You know what I mean? Take a deep breath and focus on what you're doing. You know what I mean? Once you're focused on what you're doing, get good results. That was a W. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, that was well said, right?
Well said. Hands down. We got to go back, though. Yeah, you closed out on me. I had to sit and watch it. It was hard, but painful. You know what I mean? It was painful. We went there. But, you know, they stack them up. And go down. You come back again. Roll again. You know what I'm saying? As long as you. But don't kill you. Always got another chance.
That's true.
Oh, make sure y'all get y'all tea ready. Make sure y'all have your tea, your coffee. We are at the Killah Priest Podcraft. About to go get a little deep. And shout out to the Aboriginals in the building. Let me read one of the super chats.
Oh, yeah.
They did. These probably don't want to read that one. It says, this is from Paul Modalist. He says, Astrology, it's whack.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, you know, hey, that's what.
I don't know who he's referring to.
I like the wordplay on that.
It says astrology.
I like the wordplay on that.
He not.
It sounds like somebody's name, though.
Astrology. Right. Man.
Yeah, well,
Insane.
we got it on the show. We have a lot of people. Okay, my man Aboriginal was trying to come in right now. Hold up. Let's get it together.
It's probably a Capricorn.
He said, "Oh, okay, you gotcha." Okay, you having little issues with the Zoom. Okay, he'll be in here. Yeah, we got questions, man. We got a lot of stuff to unpack and get with. Hold up, let me get my stuff together.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of people. It's coming out. There's a lot of people who haven't heard of this knowledge, and it's new, something different.
Okay.
It's been going on for a couple of years. I'll let him talk about that, but it's a little bit of different, and it's gonna be a shocker to those who haven't heard it.
Controversial. How'd that go?
And yeah, man, gonna be a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a lot of good stuff as he get ready to come in. I'll continue building with y'all. I'm just looking at a little bit of stuff.
Should I open up the Zoom then?
Yeah, open up the Zoom.
It's good. It's good for a little controversial. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know. First of all, we all don't know this world. First of all, I need people to understand that. Like, we just kind of got brought into the world, and whatever people teach us, we got to go with it. You know what I mean? So when somebody gives you a different perspective, we got to automatically think this person's like bugging or not talking the truth. But you know, if there's some truth in there, trust me, it gets you to think. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is the world a lie? I mean, we live in a society like that today. A lot of things are being told to us, and that's lies and all this type of stuff. So this world is kind of crazy, you know.
Right.
We're just messing up. You feel me? I think as a society, we need to be more observant of the truths that could be presented in front of us and make us think. You know what I mean? We don't think enough. We let the world think for us, and that's not how you're supposed to think, you know?
Continue dropping it. We live in a victim society. Everybody wants to be the victim. And then there's like word, I don't want to call it word salad. There's a different type of, they're like safety words and stuff like that. So everything is, you know, put in pockets and putting people in pockets where it's cool and escapable now to tell a lie and to lie to yourself and to lie about everything around it as long as you find your so-called safe space. So when people kind of push the envelope, when they come out and they kind of like, you know, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So there's going to be different type of people that's coming out that's going to push the envelope, because you can't have things always. The scale got to tilt. Always have to balance out, yo. Tilts. 1 minute, this one's running. Boop, 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 boop. You running. Everything's good, right? But somewhere in the dark, you know what I mean? Somewhere in the dark, someone's catching up. Karma's come around. It comes around the boomerang. Call it the boomerang. Things come back around. And we shout out some more Aboriginals because they're coming in the building today. They here representing. Look at fella B. He says information comes from the Aboriginals.
Hey.
Woo! With Danny Salinas, and where's the brown buffalo when you need him? He usually be up there. So I could have was some but I said let me Harry Potter this today. Or Tony
Chopper,
Copper.
yep. That's One Piece right there.
Tony Chopper. One Piece is one of the dopest. It's the longest running.
Yeah, it's one of the
anime.
longest. It's one of the longest active animes, manga stories that's being told right now. It's actually like if you know the anime and the manga, the story in general. It's a very world building story. It has a lot to do with like a lot of like controversial things. Like the Marines are not always who you think they are. They're not here to protect. You know what I mean? Some pirates is actually here to. The main pirate crew. You know, shouts to the Straw Hats out there. They're actually like doing the right things out there in the world, but they get listed as these pirates, right? So now they're the enemy of the world, right? But they're actually doing more good than the Marines. It's a real deep story. I mean, it's a long story, but it's accept the journey though. Accept that journey, because that journey is a dope story. You know what I mean? They got slavery in there, It got a lot of stuff that's in that story. It's real deep. So, you know, if you ever check it out, I recommend it. You know, I recommend that story for people. If you like, you know, long told stories and not just battle and just action, you know what I mean? But, you know, there's action and battle and mixed in there.
He back there. There's no code, right?
Mm-hmm.
AD? Yeah, I told him that. Yeah, you ready? Yo, I just told him that.
But yeah.
Oh, we're about to get busy now. So
I digress. I forgot to even finish my point. That was
oh no, you're finished.
No, yeah, I digress though. But I always want to recommend it to people because people think animation's can't teach you something. Animation can teach you something. You know what I mean? We live in a world where we think like, oh, it's cartoons. You know what I mean? They can't really. It's just for kids and everything like that. It's not. It's deep stories and what you really even read in the first place. Look beyond the animation. Look within the story because the story actually tells a bigger part of it. You know what I mean?
That's
and
right.
it relates to the world. It relates to what we're going through today or in the past. It doesn't really matter. You know. So that's the real. I always gotta make that clear because a lot of people think that just because it's animated, it's not teaching real world events. It's teaching basic stuff. Now you gotta think deep. What we live in this world today, you know,
right?
It's wild. But shout out to and I ain't gonna lie, like Chopper got like a crazy backstory too. Very, very, very sad too. Very sad. It's a very sad story, you know.
Right.
His parents didn't accept him, you know. His parents are reindeers, you know, so they didn't accept him. I don't want to get into much spoilers, but his parents didn't really accept him because he ate a human fruit. For those who know the story, but it made him he looked different amongst all the reindeers, so kind of crazy. You know, but I digress. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. You know, I mean, I could go on and on about One Piece, but you know, that's for the people that know the story.
Hey, no doubt.
Yep.
Okay. Shout out. This is from Danny Salinas Brown. Both he put 3 sevens up in there. That's good. God. It says shout out to Priest with the copper hat. No, the chopper hat. Yeah, indeed, man. Indeed. Gotta have a little bit of a swag, a little shiz to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and congratulations to Raekwon, the chef. He got married. You know what I mean? Big up to that brother. Shout out. For doing it, man. I do. You know? In this day society, that's a big deal. Oh, man. Oh, Sister Bethy says, Killah Priest, your Aboriginal name is Chief Humble going forward. Hey.
That's deep.
Shots for her. Sister Bethy.
Remember we broke it down?
Huh?
No, remember we broke down your name and that meant like commander of it was like commander of people or something like that.
Yeah,
that actually
chief.
that come full around.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we kind of looked that up. And what's crazy is we could pull that up with my name, and it had Hari in there, right? And Hari came to the show. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Nothing happens by just on the regular.
Yeah, things are done on purpose.
Exactly. Somebody said Killah Priest's original name is the Olmec. Exactly. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot, man. The Olmec. Yeah, exactly. I like that humble priest. But I kill also. For the righteous reasons. Nah, I mean, we kill negative and bad vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We good.
You don't like negative vibes over here.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
All positive.
What happens?
Love.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when people start keep going on, I'm trying to. Okay, gonna try from his foot on. Can't wait for the Aboriginal come in. Aboriginal come in. This is going to be very controversial. So get ready. But they are in the building. They represent. I must say so myself.
Hey.
Oh man, a lot of. I already know. A lot of controversy comes out, and it comes with the job. Comes when you putting out something different. I think when something come out different, other than what you would learn, if you just limit yourself to anything, how you gonna learn anything else? If you know everything, person that knows everything, there's no need for no conversation no more. I guess there's no need for no building. You learn something, and that's what each one teach one, and that's what this is about. And so, thank you for calling me. That God, somebody said God is good. Yeah, sometimes, all the time.
And I just want to put this point out here too.
All the time.
People love to pay attention to words and not definition. You know, like that's another thing too. Like, you know, if somebody's having a message or whatever they're teaching is talking about, right? Stop paying attention to the words that's being said, you know, and getting emotional about words. Understand what the definition that's even being told in the first place. I think that's why people don't understand things, you know, or try to like misrepresent what the person's even saying in the general, you know.
Right.
There's a lot of deeper meanings, a lot of deeper sayings, but you just want to look at the words, you know what I mean? And you gotta remember the way people speak, the way people talk, is like it depends on what message is even being brought to you, you know what I mean? Understand the definition of the message and not the words that's being said. A lot of people pay attention to like negative or bad or good words, right? And they get the definition all messed up because they just pay attention to on how good it sounds or how bad it sounds. You know, it's not about that. It's about the message that's being even told to you in the first place. So,
right.
know, and I think that's a lot of people could do a lot better jobs with that. You know, understanding.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, people want to. You know, people want to pay attention to too much words and not definitions. That's all it is.
Exactly. Man, they help. Man, I must say they are in the building, yo. Aboriginal Powers in the building. They are here, yo. Oh man, royal bloodline. Aboriginal Americans are over 200,000 years old. Okay, all right. Let me see. W.S. Spain. Shout out to that brother. He got the Puerto Rican flag up there. You know, Taino Indian. Know anything about Taino Indians, AD?
I do not.
Taino, Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful hat. Thank you, Lighthouse Society. Yeah, that's my brother about to come in. He's trying it from his phone right now. Went back. Says,
He's in, but he's trying to get his camera going.
Oh, okay. Said to Bethy, she said, she said, we will be waiting for Bat. What is going on in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Shooting is off the chain. I know, man.
Yeah, that was something crazy too. Yeah, that was crazy. Not gonna lie. Baltimore.
Anytime
man.
you got that Moore too. I was looking at that name, Baltimore. But the Moors there was this, and you know, sometimes they switch it up. What's funny is I want to do a panel one time and just put like words that include more that have something to do with land. Like a mortgage.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah. But
Baltimore.
Yeah, that was sad that what happened.
The Mormons. Words. That's what I do. That's what we do. We play with words and juggle around words and spells, slings, stuff like that. Shout out to my brother Tony Starks. Ghostface. Where
here we go.
Oh yeah, he's coming in.
Shout out to Ghost. Where and the rest of the brothers.
Man. But it was crazy what happened in Baltimore. Not gonna lie. That was like, but you know, that's the wickedness in the world.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it is. It's crazy. You know, people got the.
He's in?
He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just in. Yeah, he was just in the background. But yeah, it was crazy though. It was wild, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So man, I'm just excited. This is something different. I think it's supposed to be bringing somebody, but they in the building. I hear you, my brother. You see me? But Cap, ladies, I hear you, Aboriginal. You there?
I think he's getting his camera going.
Oh, okay, getting the camera.
Yeah.
Somebody said Mortal Kombat. They was in the building too. They had at the Enemy Expo. They had great. They came out suited up. I mean, this was like a ball for like. It was like a superhero ball. They not just regular characters, but characters on the side. You know, it could have been the news guy. Casting.
Yeah.
Word. You know?
It was
I think
crazy.
we hear you back there.
It was crazy. Yeah, we hear him in the background. He's just not on the screen.
Yeah.
No.
Good things, patience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, patience.
That's what we have to practice. Somebody said they like the hat. Yeah.
That's how I won the bowling game, right? Patience.
Yeah, heard me. Running to this bowling.
Yeah,
we hear you in the background.
All right, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my brother.
Peace.
Yeah, peace. Peace to to Aboriginal Power. We have you. You have a
Yeah, appreciate it.
You have a problem with your camera?
Yeah, I'm having a little issue. So I'm on my phone. I was planning on getting on from my laptop, so I'm waiting on that to update so I can maybe transfer over in just a second.
No doubt, my brother. Peace. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Welcome to the Podcraft. If you're just coming in, we want to say send you a shout out. Today's special guest is Aboriginal Power. You heard this brother. He's all over the net with the information that's kind of rocking the nation right now. And I'm getting this DJ stuff. With the information that's just shaking up everybody, and it's controversial. And it's something new, something enlightening, and certain people never even heard these things before. That's going to come forth right now on the Podcraft. And if y'all new and viewing, welcome to the Podcraft. But I'll hand the floor over to Aboriginal Power. Peace, my
Man,
brother.
peace and blessings.
Peace.
And blessings.
Yeah.
Peace to the brothers on the panel. And shout out to the brothers and sisters in the chat as well.
They
my
here
name
for
is
you.
Aboriginal Power. My name is Aboriginal Power, and y'all know if you ain't subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the new channel. We up and building. But yeah, man, we teach Aboriginal history, science, technology, and innovations, folkways, mores. So I mean, wherever y'all want to go with it, I'm open to answer some questions, and maybe we can just start going that way with the conversation.
Right. Y'all hear that chat room, so make sure y'all throw some super chats in there if you are open, if y'all have any questions. And if y'all want to know anything, we have the brother here right now, so make sure y'all hit that super chat and ask some questions, man. Why don't you explain to the people who don't know what Aboriginal Power represents in the Aboriginal movement? That's for you. That's a question for you, my brother.
I appreciate that, man. That's a good question. The term Aborigine, we got to have a clear understanding of what the term Aboriginal means. The term Aboriginal means first. It means first people to walk this planet since the time of existence. So once you understand in consciousness throughout various different schools of thoughts, you will understand that the melanated man is the first to walk this planet. And so we incorporate certain terms as we move and use in English vernacular and colloquial sense. We use a term to best describe who we are based off of our lineage and our, where we've been, you see, so.
Okay,
and the technology as well. So
right, no doubt. According to what we learned, and most of the scholars out there, they said the first man was original and he was from Africa. What he said.
Correct. And that's Eurocentrism. And what Eurocentrism has done is set a set of rules to the people that makes it hard for you to challenge what's going on. And when it's hard for you to challenge what's going on, they put you in a box. I'm not in the box. I'm outside the box where I'm able to challenge mainstream academia. And what they do is they align real facts and they attach their theories onto the facts to fill in the blanks. We don't have to accept their assumptions and that they use to fill in the blanks. Our ancestors left data.
Right. Okay, so are you saying that that's not true?
That's totally not true. All people do not come from the planet. From the continent of Africa. There's black people all around the planet, and America doesn't exclude. Who we are as people, as melanated people around the world. There's melanated people in Australia, Africa, Europe. You got them all around the planet. People seem to want to exclude America when we have some of the most fantastic science that we see here. Who do you think created it? The person who Johnny came lately? You see what I'm saying? So, and these are the questions that we have to ask. You got the multi-regional theory as well. And there's a list of other theories that go against the out of Africa 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, we just here to teach about American heritage. We're not here to take away anything from anyone else's landmass. Africa got a lot to offer over there. They got Egypt. They got Not the Playa. right? We got Gobekli Tepe in the Eastern Hemisphere. We got Sumer. We got some of the things going over at the Dragon Pyramid in China. We're not here to take away from that, but everything has an origin and a starting point. And some people are revered, and some people take stuff to another level. So, and we're gonna get into that. We got to get into who started some of these civilizations. Where did some of this technology come from? What is the connection between America and Sumer? What is the connection between America and Egypt?
Wow.
You know, and just let the archaeology speak for itself. You know?
Wow, man, that's a deep statement you're making. So, are you saying I heard this term before about pyramids in America?
Yeah, absolutely. There's pyramids in America. As a matter of fact, the continent of Africa, I believe, and I'm gonna use rough estimates, have roughly around 300, maybe a little more or less, pyramids in the continent. Well, according to data, we have thousands of pyramids here. They just found, I think, 10,000 structures in Guatemala alone using LADAR, right? That was covered within the canopies of the El Mirador Guatemala bison. And what they found also is highways that interlink you from Takao, Lima, Corral, Supe, back into the El Mirador bison. I don't mean regular roads. I mean super highways. According to the archaeologists, this is what they call it. So we got 2,000-year-old super highways found in the jungle of the Guatemala jungles that lead you to cities with pyramids and structures and other buildings, which one of them buildings happen to be one of the largest pyramids on the planet. That largest pyramid on the planet is called La Danta. For those that may be in here, y'all can pull it up right now if you want to pull it up. La Danta. It's Ladanta.
Let's pull up some of those.
It's the largest pyramid on the planet.
I've heard the term. I've heard the term superhighways too. Somebody put me up on this. Young lady put me up on that. Superhighways that they're having that's through there. So that term is starting to come more out there. So
yeah, and it's found at a certain date, which is critical because a lot of people like to say that the Mayan come from the Olmec. They're all the same people. As a matter of fact, this Guatemala site is pre-classic Mayan, right? So it's roughly around the same origin era of the time that the Olmec culture arose. So you see borrowed systems. Matter of fact, they call the Mayan calendar, even though the Olmec created and had it first. They find it in what is classified as Mayan sites. These are all the same people, though.
Right. The Olmecs, Toltec, right? Yeah.
The Inca.
Yeah, the Inca, and we have some type of connection over here. Man, it's about to get a little heated.
Well, when you look at the Inca, let's deal with what the Inca drew themselves. We can go back 1200 BCE. We can go back 600 BCE. We can go to 400 AD, and we look at the epigraphy, and we look at the murals that was drawn by the people of that particular time period. They depict what they look like. It doesn't vary to what we look like. It doesn't look like the normal people that is being illustrated to us. So we have to look at the epigraphy. We have to look at what our ancestors left behind.
That's very heavy, man. That's very heavy. Yeah. So, okay. So let's start with the stories then, man. The story.
But first, we have a super chat too. You know what I mean? We got to.
Oh, yeah. Let's read some.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Good. 1 point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read that. That's from Promolitis. Promortalis. 12. He says 12,000 dignitas, Switzerland. Dignatus? In Switzerland, the right to no longer exists. You know what that means? Dignatus.
Dignitas?
Yeah.
Just when to the rights of no longer exist. Unless that could just be a conversation they having in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know the question, but all right.
Yeah. You know what this brother's talking about? I think he's an Aboriginal follower right there. Oh, so I guess we move on because what we was about to get into?
My bad. Somebody called me and I didn't get to hear what y'all said. Somebody called me.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody got a question. They said, what's this? Dignatas? What's that? Dignatus?
Dignitas. I think. Dignitas.
12,000. In Switzerland, the right to no longer exist.
Was that a question for me? Because I don't.
Or just a statement. Yeah.
Okay, probably just a statement there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it was
one
just thinking that's a okay.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy up in here. So you're gonna hear words like ziggurats. You already see it. Pyramids and there's okay, yeah. Let's talk about that too. You know, the ziggurats are very old also. Gobekli Tepe, and things of that nature. But are you saying that there's with facts and proof and all of that, that they have more over here than over there? Aboriginal?
Can you hear that? Can you say that again? I'm sorry. It sounded like you cutting in and out. Let me fix my mic again. Go ahead, say it again.
No, I was saying that as far as the ziggurats, which are old, and Gobekli Tepe and old monuments, so there's you know, that's over there. You're saying that there's monuments that's older than those that's in here in America?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you do. Well, when we get into sites and structures, there's a lot of scattered structures with very very strange dates. Some archaeologists use an astronomy date Chachula at 50,000 years.
Mm.
All right. And the sophisticated science that went into Chachula, which they call the Russian Doll Pyramid. And the reason they call it a Russian Doll Pyramid is because it's a pyramid and it's inside of another pyramid and that's inside of another pyramid. And the acoustic barrier technology that's in it is spectacular. They got acoustic scientists from all around the world coming down to Chachula to look at the particular science. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. That you could be 200, 300 feet away and be standing at the top of the pyramid at a particular point and whisper, and the person that's 300, 400 yards away will be able to hear you loud as day. So the acoustic properties there is crazy, along with the chambers dedicated to that. So we know it was some type of technology and some type of vibrational spiritual system that was going on there due to the acoustic properties that was there.
Oh man, that's what I was going to ask you about this technology. I mean, where did this technology come from? If it was on this side, you're good.
Well, we have to ask ourselves, where would it have came from anywhere, right? These people would have used their minds. They would have developed it. It would have been trial and error. And if we just take away mainstream academia and we just use our simple eyes and look around, how long would it have took for somewhere like Kemet to be constructed? We have to ask ourselves, just to develop the science to where it becomes established facts before it's founded. You see what I'm saying? I think it would have took hundreds of thousands of years, and we have to ask ourselves, there's 3 to hundreds of pyramids there.
Right.
You have thousands of them here.
Right. That's fire. I always said that some of the pharaohs probably never even seen some of the pyramids because they couldn't live that long. You know what I mean?
That's true. And they tell you that a lot of these pyramids in the Eastern Hemisphere, like Egypt, were meant for the bury the dead, right? What's strange about that, they haven't felt anyone dead or pharaoh buried in any other pyramids. So that's a narrative that's been pushed that hasn't even been established as a fact. The data alone makes it a fallacy. It's just a narrative.
Right. Okay.
A narrative that's been pushed by Egyptologists and Freemasons, who have single-handedly pretty much disconnected Egypt from being Africa. If you look at it right now, Egyptians are not considered African.
Right. Well, you got a slew of people to make sure that's not true.
Right.
You got a slew of people they damn sure it's going to make sure that's African.
Right.
Exactly. We have Killah B says no passport and boundary or borders back then. Your dark skin was your passport.
Absolutely. This was something that was common. There was no demarcation lines. As a matter of fact, some of the most southern states that we call North America, like Wyoming, Nevada, California, New Mexico, Texas, Florida, that was considered Mexico. That was considered colonial Mexico. And when you get into the history of colonial Mexico, you know, in the 1400s during the Pacific slave trade, you had a lot of Filipinos and Asians being enslaved in these particular areas, which later became Chinos enslaved, and then they was later on misclassified as Indians, roughly around the same time that the true Aborigines was being misclassified as Negro, Black, and Color. So it's a whole system of what's going on in place. But we got to establish that there was Negroes or what we call melanated people here that built technology. They built buildings. They had technology. They had agriculture. They had taxation system. They had sanitation. Not just was it ziggurats and pyramids. We got apartment buildings that go back 1,000 years ago with fresh pipes and running water running through them that's still been occupied today.
And you have the artifacts of these things, right? Pictures and
yes,
sources.
I was going to come on and go through one of my particular books that I get into, which is the American Indian Encyclopedia. And I was going to illustrate all this, but maybe on another chance, if I can't get this updated before we done, I would love to come on and display all this. But yeah, this is something that we constantly teach over there at Aboriginal Power Channel. The science and technologies. We show you all the pyramids from Tikal, Ladanta, Chachula, Dark-Hearted Jaguar Temple, and then there's various other ones. We got one of the oldest civilizations, according to archaeologists, and that's in Peru. That's called Corral Supe, and that's arguably 100 to 1,000 years older than Egypt. I mean, they built their first pyramid before Egypt even thought about building their first pyramid. And so this has to be taken into consideration. Who are these magnificent people that is becoming a pioneer of what we call building, which is manifesting mathematics, geometry, and other sciences together in one particular form?
Wow. That's a lot, man, to take in. When would you say that this movement started about Kemet and about Pan-Africanism? And who started?
Well, I would say Pan-Africanism started in the 1900s, essentially, to what we see. But there was prototypes and predecessors that led presidents to that, which is like the Black Quaker movement, the Black Church movement, or the American Colonization Society, which was set up by Robert Finley and Bushrod Washington, which is a nephew of George Washington. They later on had a couple free Negroes like Absalom Jones, Paul Cuffey.
Oh, I know Cuffey. Shout out to 62nd.
And it was another brother that was also with them as well. That was in good agreement with Robert Finley. With Robert Finley, who was the leader and the founder of the American Colonization Society. So they kind of used these particular chosen Negroes to lead their expedition to tell indigenous peoples that they should go to Africa. And when you get into the story or the actual letter from James 14 that he wrote to Paul Cuffey after going to the Robert Finley Presbyterian Church, he asked the 3,000 Negroes that came there, would anybody be in favor of going to Africa? James 14 wrote to Paul Cuffey, not one Negro uttered a word. And so that's very critical to take into consideration. Even our people then was not ignorant.
Right. Wow. Are you saying that we didn't come over here as slaves on a slave ship?
No, we didn't come over here in slave ship. I'm going to go on the record and say, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that can lead themselves back to Africa on a slave ship. You see what I'm saying? The numbers that they give you, the time frame that they give you to according to when it stopped allegedly from when Axe was banned, the numbers just don't add up. The numbers don't add up. Were you holding fresh water for this long voyage in the 1600s? Where are you storing these men?
Right.
What is the casualty rating? See, these are the questions that has to come into consideration instead of taking this one glob story and giving you one template history that goes with every Black American. No, everyone has a special story. According to your genealogy, you have your own story and history that is special to you, that pretty much create who you are, you know?
Wow. Wow, I'm looking at the chat room. I already know it's, but it's going up. It's going up right now. It's blowing up. All right. So we were already here.
We was definitely already here. You can't find a time that it wasn't so-called Negroes here in America. You can't find a time, brother.
So do you think like they wiped this, like they wiped our history out? Like they took it over?
Well,
good question.
Yes, absolutely. That's very interesting. We have something that's called the Reconstruction period, right? And before the Reconstruction period, you got devastating catastrophic events that affected us in what we call natural disasters. So what I'm saying is natural disasters ultimately messed us up, and they capitalized off of that. You understand?
Right. Natural disasters.
Yeah, so in 1810, 1811, 1812, you got the Madrid earthquake and the comet of 1810 affecting the people. And if y'all not familiar with the Madrid earthquake, it's probably one of the largest earthquake that happened in the 1800s. Shortly after that, you got the War 1812. A few years after that, you got the Louisiana Purchase. And so what they did is capitalize off of this and started taking land grabs. And not only did they take land grabs, there were structures already here. They relabeled the structures. They dug them up from the catastrophic event that it was in, whether it was mud or water. And some of the ones that they couldn't say were still underwater today. But the structures and the science that they did was able to save, they stamped and put their signature on it, like church symbols and medical centers and things of that nature. These buildings go back prior to European. That's why they say they founded it. They never say that they created it. You don't see photos of some of these historical buildings that we see being built. You see them already built. You got perfect photos of them built, but you see no photos of them being constructed from the ground up. That is very questionable to me.
Wow. Yeah, you can look at that. What do you say about there's so many layers of what you're saying. What do you say about people who trace their genealogy? And it goes.
I encourage it. I believe genealogy is a step to understanding who you are and who do you come from. And I believe you use your true understanding of archaeology and reconstruction of history or accurate depiction or perspective of history to align with genealogy. And oftentimes what you find is that the narrative that has been put out in front of you by the Eurocentrism and your genealogy contradicts that.
So what about people who take genealogy tests and a lot of people claim that this percentage of that percentage of that percentage. You think that's fake or just
I mean, we know that nothing is absolute.
Right.
We can get into certain methodologies of DNA. You got mitochondrial, Y chromosome, and autosomal DNA testing. And so when we get into genealogical DNA testings, we have to get into the lamentations of it.
Right.
And so if you trust some random people with your spitting tube and to tell you who you are because the Eurocentrism has told you don't know who you are, even though you've been whispered by your grandparents and great-grandparents who you are, and you've been in this land. And so if you want to take that test, I'm up for anybody who want to take a spit test and send it in to random people who knows, gods know what they're doing with it. We know that the CDC backs up a lot of these genealogical companies and actually stores the DNA. Why is the CDC storing it? What are they doing with it? So, we just have to ask questions, before we start jumping into things.
Right. Gather information and facts. Do you have any, you said you have documents and data and all of these things to back up your claim, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Right, you're not sharing the screen right now. I would love to see some of that and see you bring some of that those sources out.
Well, I never screen shared on my phone on this. Try it out for sure.
Okay. All right.
Well,
you're definitely up in the building though.
But no, I definitely. I'm trying to see if it's updated now, so let me try it. But we can continue building. Any more questions, just let me know.
Yeah, when we was building, we was talking about red mercury.
Red mercury, right. Cinnabar. An energy source, and which I believe our ancestors had a very, very clear understanding of cinnabar or how to use red mercury. Some of the pyramids are painted at the top like Cholula, which is the one with the acoustic technology that's in it, has cinnabar found at the top of it. It's found at the bottom chambers of it, along with regular mercury as well. So I believe our ancestors was able to stabilize and use red mercury as an energy source. Uh,
Mm.
yeah.
And, water. What about water? Water is a great energy
Well,
source.
water's always been a great energy source. I mean, if you got a pond near you that has a constant flow in it, that's what we call potential energy, right? They set up turbines and downsize them and put up windmills, and they use electric generating off the water current. So yeah, water's always been definitely used for energy. Water holds information. Water has always been in metaphor representing of information. Bruce Lee once said, "Be your information, be like water." You know, and so in most metaphors, in most understandings, water is always referred to as knowledge, or knowledge is always metaphorically water in some instances.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, that's
matter of
true, man.
fact, some of the Masons and Moors talk about it. That's what they wear the tassels and all this around. Allegedly, it's in representation of knowledge. So the 33rd degree masonry is where knowledge is where it freezes at. So at a certain level, they knowledge freeze, and so it gets into a lot of esoteric things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you get into the history of a lot of these secret brotherhoods and masonry, and that understood the geometry, that understand the history of a lot of the places around the world, they're not too shy about telling you that America is the grandmother land. This is the first land out the water. This is the true constellational land eagle. You feel me? And they say that the peoples of the Niles originally was the peoples of the Mississippi, and so it's a lot of history that shows the connection of just the science and the growth and development of science and technology. And when you just look at America, even if you don't trust the dates,
right?
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off. Keep going.
Even if you didn't trust the dates in America, let's just look at how many structures and pyramids we got. How long would it have took to develop these, and how long would it have took to develop those? And then we can, you can come up with your own estimate.
I always said that when you're near the water, it's like people are more lively, like going to a beach. You know what I mean? It's not like the desert is like cool, but you like you're down. But when you got that water that's flowing through, and you're near the ocean or anything like that,
it's plentiful.
Yeah, it's plentiful. Get the bill. Yeah. So you was like the Mississippi MISSI cricket out back in the day.
But listen, while we touching on water, the Mayans and a lot of indigenous culture often built their civilizations on water, often in a bend of a river or a creek. Right. And some tales like Palenque, are y'all familiar with Palenque of Tikal?
Not really, no,
my brother.
Well, he's in what we call South America.
Mm-hmm.
And Palenque was a king, and allegedly he was very infatuated with the water, and he called it going to the dark side or to the other side. And some even estimate that he's talking about going to outer space. And on his sarcophagus, which is on the lid of his coffin, is engraved of him on some type of aerial device, if you will, or submergible. Very sophisticated technology, and even just the craftsmanship that went into creating it is extraordinary. So there's just some things to look into. It's a lot of history here pertaining to the Americas and who we are.
It's that Aquaman.
So he was like in tune with nature.
Yeah, he was very in tune with nature. They went there and did various different ceremonials in cave waters and things of that nature. And they maybe think that you could go to what we call outer space, or to another plane of existence through the water. And the Mayan calendar is almost a representation of them going there and documenting time in each plane of existence. They say it's 7, and the 7 rings on the Mayan calendar, and it's alleged that they understand and mapped out how time worked in each plane of existence. So we know that the Mayan calendar go back 477 octillion years.
Wow. Man, there's a lot of information you contain. I was talking about this. It was crazy because I was talking about clouded caves and how they have terrains and lakes even inside of some of these caves And that's over here that, you know, they have clouds in there and it rains in some of these caves, and they have a whole structure of life that's in there. And they have lakes where you can go underwater, in cave waterfalls. They have that over here. So, man, that's something.
Have their own ecosystem. As a matter of fact, I'm from Tennessee. For those that don't know, I live in the Philadelphia area now, but I'm from Tennessee, and right down the street from me is a place called Sweetwater, Tennessee. And what's unique about Sweetwater, Tennessee is Tennessee's not surrounded by no large bodies of water, and they actually is surrounded by 8 different states that's pretty much not touching no water directly. And what's unique is that you find a sea inside of a cave in Sweetwater. It's called the Lost Sea in Sweetwater. And it goes miles and miles. A lot of it ain't even been fully charted out, but they got a tourist attraction through there where you can hike about 10 miles down in the cave with gear and headlight camp, and you get into a boat and you take a boat ride in the cave in the middle of a cave about 10 miles down, which is crazy.
Fire.
Yeah, it's dope.
That's fire. Man.
And so we got to ask ourselves, did our ancestors know about these spots? Did they use these spots? We got to understand that the lower the water goes is probably the original of the water. We got water that's been recently came. We know water levels recently rose. And so this is new water. What happened to the old water that is connected to what we call the fountain of youth? And I believe some of those places on this planet still holds pockets of what we call that type of water. Which may be even what they was trying to do in this submergible in the submarine, which we could talk about that on a whole nother note.
You talking about that disappearing thing?
Yeah, the Titans.
They've been. Oh man, I've been trying to follow up on that. I was trying to follow up on that. I knew it was something about a submarine that it went underwater and disappeared or something like that. Trying to follow up on that. What do you think? That's some type of trick?
Yeah. There's no footage of them getting. Have you seen any footage? And then we can move on from this after we move.
Right.
There's no footage of any one of those 5 billionaires getting into the ship or that submarine. There's no footage of them inside of it going down in the water. So I question everything. Like if I don't, I'm questioning it. I know that they lie. Yeah. You know, we done caught them in several of them, and it's very suspicious.
Right. We're on the same page with that. I always say they throw out distractions to keep us distraction, and when they do that, then something else comes up, and then they put this over here, then they put that over here. You know what I mean? Like I know you're going to go on there. This our founding fathers. You know what I mean? Who is that? What was that really about? What was it, Cat? Just up here.
Yeah, that founding father stuff was just a takeover. That was part of the doctrine of discovery, right, to bring in the Catholic and the Catholicism, anything going against Christ. And this is why you see that established. And a lot of them come from this creepy spiritual culture, which you see in a lot of Catholic church with the priests, and this was spread over into what we call the Black church community, and a couple of those victims ended up being children of Prince Hall. Are you familiar with Promise Hall, the son of Prince Hall?
Wow, talk about it.
Did you know he slept with George Washington in a bed up under the cover with him? Did you know that? We ain't gonna get too explicit.
Whoa.
This is world. You can Google this. That's easy. This is knowledge. So these are the Pan-African community forefathers. You know,
George. No, you got to do research. You'll find out a lot of weird stuff. We don't really know him. We don't really know how they get down.
Listen, he went camping with George Washington and his secretary several times, and according to the story, George Washington insisted for him to come lay with him, and the murder she wrote with that story. We don't want to go to that right now.
Talking about he never told a lie.
That's crazy. Nah, that's
what was he doing in the bed? Oh man, but that's real talk right there. That's real talk.
So, you know, and these are the people that they push on us as the leaders of the Pan-African community, as they forefathers and people that they revere.
Now, how do you coordinate that, though? How did that go? You said they are the leaders of the Pan-African movement? What do you mean by that?
As a matter of fact, when you get into it, Paul Cuffey is probably one of the original people that lead a Back to Africa movement with American Colonization Society under Robert Finley and Bushrod Washington. Which is the nephew of George Washington, who happened to be the guy when George Washington passed. Guess who inaugurated his funeral? Prince Hall. So
I've heard that name. It's a Illuminati special name right there. Prince Hall. Yeah, go ahead.
Prince Hall Mason, right? The Prince Hall Masons, right?
Right. Wow, man, this is starting to open up a little bit more. We're starting to open up a little bit more.
And so a lot of the Back to Africa movement was being hidden and spoken under the Black church movement. And this is how a lot of that build up came until we seen Marcus Garvey and brothers of that nature. But even Marcus Garvey couldn't get it cracking without trying to convince us over here. And that's when it really popped off on what we call in around the 1900s, which they've been around for a little bit over 100 years. You see what I'm saying? And what have they left behind that is beneficiary to our people? That's something we got to ask.
Well, solutions. We need solutions, and that's what it's really about. Is that if they don't, you got to have some type of solutions to it. I'm not saying. I mean, what I was taught was that these were great leaders.
And I feel like they was, and I feel like they was doing it for the right cause at the time.
Was I taught wrong? Am I missing something here? Like, I mean,
no, you're not missing. You're not missing nothing. But what we got to understand is, at a certain time, like when we start seeing Africana studies, African society, African cultures being mentioned in the universities, by that time it had already been heavily funded by the CIA.
Right. So it's almost like Alexander the Greek. I get it. Alexander the Greek teaching Kemet. Like by the time he got into it, there was other cultures like we're gonna stick over here in America. We're gonna stick over here. I'm just saying this is what everyone's obsessed and they talk about, and it's been like but now it's like shifting over a little bit. So it's just like, man, the water got so full here. Then this one start rising.
Well, and I think we kind of need to look at that, because when we get into some of the Egyptian texts, even they kind of revere where the science came from. There's something called the pyramid text over there. And inside that pyramid text, there's something called a kente amentu. A kente amentu means those are the pure West or the extreme West. And these are the people who brought the science of civilization, So we got to ask ourselves, is it West Africa? Do you find any structures of great science there? No, you don't.
Right.
So where's this extreme West? Is it the same place where even contemporary science could claim is the West? This place that we call America has always been considered the West.
Right. Wow. Man, so much. I was gonna think you was hitting on something. I had another question to follow up. That was kind of heavy. Just continue building. I just gonna come back to me.
Nah, this is, any super chats, any questions? There? Nah.
But like you were saying about a lot of stuff that came. Corn. Okay. Corn. Now I heard the science about corn. Where's corn? Tell us the origin. Is corn from here?
Yeah, corn's from America. And so corn come from another wheat called maize. And the reason it was revered in a lot of cultures, and especially in American culture, is because it was a huge scientific breakthrough. It could arguably be one of the first documented genetically modified plants to help sustain a culture. That has been utilized now by some of the richest billionaires who got a whole hand on it. So yeah, man, maize, corn is from America. That a lot of people revered it. Even in Egypt, they revered a lot of the organic things here. As a matter of fact, there's 640 food crops that's grown in Africa. That's what we call food crops. Plant life. Right. And out of those 640, 600 of them belong to the Americas.
Wow. Undocumented. It's a
No,
documentary.
documented. According to the pre-Columbian oceanic voyages, according to Katanga, a Bongo, ancient Egyptian civilization, according to the ancient Golden Book of the Mayas, I can give you multiple sources on that correlate with the same thing.
Yeah, you lit up. You got the names there. You got all of that down packed. That's good. I got to give you that, man. Oh, man. Yeah, because they were talking about corn now. Corn is used for mostly everything. Cornstarch, corn. I mean, flour, everything. And it's very useful. And somebody was telling me, because I know it's mentioned in the scriptures and even in on the hieroglyphics, that there's corn, and that comes from over here. So there was some type of connection going on. And a lot of us try to turn our eye to... Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, man. You find a lot of stuff from here that you find in various different places. But what you don't find is things from various different places over here. So it's a one-way street is what we're looking at. A lot of people like to say a trade. I don't really look at a trade. I see a group of people taking what they already was normally have, establish it. People borrowed and revered it because it helps sustain them too. Not just corn, tobacco. The coca plant. You see what I'm saying? The coca plant is found in almost 200 different species of bodies and mummies found in Africa, Egypt, and in the Sudan. There's no indigenous tobacco or coca plant that grows in Africa, nor in the surrounding areas.
Right. Oh, man. What? And palm? The palm tree. The palm, the oil, palm oil. That too.
Palm oil. So they use that over there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to ask ourselves, well, why are you finding so many things from over there, but not finding things from over here? It's because people left from here.
Right.
I'm not gonna get into why. We can get into that on another note. We can get into the younger dryas impact hypothesis, right? Which we can get into, but we know that people left, and hence to why we challenge the out of Africa theory, because the data shows that not everybody came from Africa, but in fact, a lot of people went into Africa at a certain point, and we can get into that certain point.
Well, expand on it.
And when a lot of people move from various different areas due to a cataclysm, they call that a bottleneck. When large groups of people from multiple different regions go to the same place at the same time, that's called a population bottleneck. What happens in a population bottleneck is a genetic bottleneck happens, right? So at a particular time frame, these particular areas from where people are migrating from, the records of archaeology and anthropology drops due to people leaving. And what you find is an increase of people and different mix and amalgamating as this genetic bottleneck happened, as various different cultures and people move to this area, you got mixing. And this is how you get diversity in Africa. They always try to explain diversity in Africa because everybody allegedly come there. No. A lot of people went there. This is how you get diversity.
Right. Well, I mean, come on. There's travelers, So, the Moors.
Yeah. And what's one of the oldest pyramids? See, what we got in America is something that's called step pyramids. That's almost like the coin name for the style of pyramids that you find here. And what's ironic is the oldest one, the first one in Africa at Saqqara that we call Doja, right? Is a step pyramid.
Wow, that is true. I used to say that back in the days. It's like, oh, well, you go to Mexico, they got step pyramids, and they coordinate the sign. But back then, it was more of a, like, oh, yo, everybody was this. They were dealing on the same planes, or sort of say, you know what I mean? Like they were on some, like you said, going through portals, and they were like in sync with the natives and ancient cultures. They had some type of vibration that they were going together. That's what they were saying. And then ancient aliens came out.
And that's what they try to do. See, the ancient aliens came and watered it down because a lot of archaeologists start finding that a lot of these historical sites during archaeological digs, they was finding pieces and fragments until roughly around the 40s. They actually found the fully developed craft and what is now Peru. And according to Bob Lazar in his interview on Joe Rogan, he confirmed this as well by saying that the craft that he worked on directly coming at Roswell was from an archaeological dig. And that's very critical to take into consideration, because why would you be finding an archaeological uh 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 doing an archaeological dig, why would you find a spacecraft allegedly or something that is aerial in flight that goes back to somebody else's culture that they left behind? Are you saying that these people left this technology behind and you found it along with the other archaeology that you was looking for? So we have to ask ourselves that. Was our ancestors dumb? Are we de-evolving? Was it primitive living? Was it a process to it? I believe that before this certain cataclysm, our ancestors was at a peak of science that probably twice as where we are now, because they had a time to be able to reflect on their imaginations, invest into their creativity without no limitations, and this was able to create what we call inventions and innovations today.
Question everything.
Yeah, according to archaeologists, the world's first metallurgers, the first people to do metallurgery, are in North America, in the Great Lakes area. They're the first people to do metallurgery in the world. And not only did they do it, they came up with various different forms of it. They did electroplating, they did etching acid, where they used chemicals. They did various different ways of manipulating metal. So they was very, very prestige with it.
Right. So this
along with brain surgery.
Brain surgery that was done in Americas.
Yeah, go back thousands of years ago. Matter of fact, they said the successful rating of brain surgery 1,000 years ago, according to indigenous records, was more successful than brain surgeries today. I think they were at like a 98, 99% rating. And this is with no prior education. This is all trial and error. This is something that they had to develop. How long would it have developed someone to feel comfortable enough to make a successful brain surgery successful? How long would it have took for somebody to do that?
Takes a pretty long time.
Yeah, and so we got to start giving our ancestors a lot more credit.
Yeah,
Eurocentrism is not going to be able to take it away. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to take away all your history. They're going to lie. They're going to try to put themselves in a place, and they're going to try to make you as primitive as possible.
Right. So what you're saying in a nutshell is we have to look at our culture here in the American islands, in the Americas, and that we were already here, and that all right, so who visited? Who came? Well, so why did the Europeans come? How did they get here?
Well, Europeans came later, but you do got various different invasions. If you go and look up right now on the Mendoza Codex, right?
Right.
You can type this in right now. The Mendoza Codex.
Hey,
hold on one second.
Give him that one, Mendoza. I told you I was going to be controversy. As he coming back.
What's going on?
No, I'm right here.
Oh yeah. I told you I was going to be something different, and it's dope. Mendoza, you said we could look it up, pull up Mendoza?
Yeah, the Mendoza Codex. You can look up invaders coming in various different murals depicting people of what Eurasian phenotype, the typical phenotype of a Eurasian. You can see them being snatched up and held by their hair to the point where their feet is off the ground, and you see the image of what we would call a Negro or a black man in today's sense on these murals. And what we're talking about, we see the physical representation of Kukulkan Khan and Quetzalcoatl and things of that nature. He's a black man. He's always been represented as an elder black man with a beard, nice clothes, and a staff or a spear with a gold tip or a copper tip on it. So
wow.
And you can look at those images from the Popol Vuh, and various different images. I wish I was on my computer because I would have loved to come on here and just rocked it out and screenshot it.
Yeah. You're definitely gonna be coming back, man. I mean, this is definitely a good build. You know, just breaking the iceberg. But
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely been wanting to come over here and build with you guys. Y'all definitely go into the technology and the science and things of that nature. But I think we got to get a clear foundational understanding that this is not a mixed culture. This is not a borrowed science that's coming from someone outside of America. This is independently developed here. As a matter of fact, a lot of things is arguably said that we did it first.
Yeah.
So if we're arguably saying that we did it first, how can you say that we got it from anywhere else?
Right.
And if we did get it from somewhere else, why would they wait to come here first to build their first thing outside of their indigenous homeland as well? So these are the things we have to question that Eurocentrists and mainstream academia put off in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always said like people they taught us to be narrow-minded, not to think outside the box, you know what I mean? So like everything we've been taught and presented, we have to just go with it because that's what we even presented in the first place. But if you think with more of an open mindset, you start asking more questions, you get some more answers than questions, you know? So this is a good build you even killing it right now.
I appreciate you. I'm just glad to be here, you know what I mean? So we can chop it up because a lot of people are afraid to get into these type of conversations because it is taboo according to this whole system of indoctrination and Eurocentrism. So in a land full of outcasts, the free-minded and the free thinker going to look like the enemy. So and just keep digging on this history. They've been trying to. The mainstream academia have put things in front of us that has been a lie, and that they didn't change it, and that they knew it was a lie until 20 years later, or 30s, or 50 years later. One of those is Clovis first.
Right.
Everybody was running around talking about Clovis first. Oh, the first people was here at 12,000. That's been pseudo since the 80s. You know, Mr. Goodyear work at the Topper site killed that. You know, Tom Demeray work killed that. Dr. Richard Hansen work did that at White Sands, New Mexico.
Right.
So it's various different sites out there that goes against mainstream academia. And there's a lot of people stepping up against it. And when we come to America, that's been one of the most ignored and just lack of research places in the world. But now they're starting to understand. Yeah, they treat it just like Sumer. It's a significant, it's an archaeological hotspot.
Right.
You know, understand what I'm saying? When you're finding structures and pyramids and language in places that's older than Egypt, this changes the narrative. Who are these people?
Right. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, when I take road trips, which is my best, road trips are the best. It gets your mind open and everything. When I'm on that road and you realize I'm on a planet, you know what I mean? It's a magnificent planet. You're riding past these mountains or these so-called hills. It looks like nature just took over. It looks like pyramids or structures. Some of them are cut so, especially through Arizona and Texas, and it looks like little houses and windows and you can see some of the structures. And I had that imagination just to be like, man, it looked like somebody like a couple of thousand years old. This was a society, a whole civilization.
Man, I see the same stuff because I travel a lot too, man, like on road trips. So I see the pyramids or what I believe to be maybe petrified or antediluvian pre-flood pyramids. And if I was what I believe is North America was one of the impact zones, they would have been heavily affected. And a lot of the structures would have been possibly destroyed or had heavy effect on them. So when you ride in some of these places, you see these overgrown trees and these hills that come up to a perfect point with foresight, you got to question whether or not they may be pyramids. And so when you get into archaeology, there's pyramids in these places. They just don't tell you. There's pyramids all in Kentucky, Virginia, all that shit. There's a whole book, which I'm going to give you a list of these books and maybe you can display them in the description box after the live stream. Pyramids in Kentucky. So every book I name, I'll be more than willing to give you guys. So Pyramids in Kentucky is a great book. It goes into the structures and a lot of these pyramidal structures that you find in Kentucky, man. So
Pyramids in Kentucky, that sounds hard. I like that.
Yeah, pyramids in Kentucky, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's magnificent. And when you get into that whole culture, like they confined it and limited it. See, when we go and look at archaeology, you know who's there first? A geologist. They're looking at the ground, they're surveying how old the soil is. And so you never hear what the geologist says.
Right.
You rarely hear people use it, and because they'll give you a date that's 8 million years old, 300 million years old, 200 million years old, and they got the facts about it. You see what I'm saying? So when you find things like the Mississippian era, y'all can do a simple Google search. Y'all can probably put it on the screen right now. If you look up Mississippian era, it goes back 300 and something million years old, like 320 million years old.
Could you say that again? Mississippi what? Area?
Mississippian era.
Oh, the Mississippian era. Like,
yes. According to Geological Survey. And so then when we get into some of the forbidding or out of place archaeology, we find things that fit roughly in that same date. So we know the land been occupied. We know that the land is here. And this is one of the oldest lands in the world. Wow. Like I said, the Oriental Masonry Bible states that America was the first land out of the water.
Wow.
This was the first land to have oceans brush against its shores. So, you know.
Wow. And I know you know about the Yamasis, the Yamasi tribe.
The Yamasi is the Olmecs, man. They the Olmecs.
Yeah.
That's the Olmec.
Indeed.
I'm talking about literally, according to archaeology. The remaining of the Olmec is, the remaining of the Yamasi just today is the Olmecs.
There's a lot of, they always say in the South, you know, I got Indian, it is always Native or First Nation, however you want to say it. There's always a connection going on about what you're talking about. So it's like, how many of them ever heard of, you know, I got Indian, my family, Indian, Native. And I always be saying, man, we got to observe just the land, period, you know?
I mean, let's think about it, Killah Priest, and I appreciate you for having me on. Let's think about it real quick. Would you trust a Euro pale-skinned man that you don't know over your grandmama, man? Or your great uncle or your granddaddy, whoever told you had this? Come on, man. You got to be a fool to go listen to some people who's trying to take everything away from you.
Yeah. Not grandma word. Nah. She was there. Nah. Yeah, you
right
about that.
She raised you. She nurtured you. She loved you. You think that man got that same sentiment towards you? Absolutely freaking not. You understand?
Nah. We don't listen enough. Got to get back to listening. We have a super chat from Luke Walker real quick. It says, "Peace. Ancients did much, but they didn't make Forest of the Happy Ever After." Yeah, they actually did.
Uh-oh.
That's an album I put out. But, you know, we're part of the ancients, man. Part of the ancients. Each of them.
Yeah, you are your ancients. You are. Each, the way he acted, the way Brother Killah Priest act, wouldn't be no different than probably one of his males and one of his lineage. It could go back. This same energy and aura could go back thousands of years. They act just like that. Facts, because that information is passed down through genes and cells hold information and it transfer and so you're getting everything. I'm talking about even memory cells. Memory cell, you know, you got cells in your memory that's passed down from everybody that's been in your lineage. You can tap into that and start looking at shit that was deposited in memory banks from your ancestors 5,000 years ago. See, that's deep science.
Never die. Energy. We just transform. It's like what's the movie when they kept bumping into each other with Denzel Washington? And they kept leaping.
Fallen, right?
Fallen, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
a dope movie.
Like,
that's crazy.
They're fallen people.
Yeah, and listen, that's a metaphor to how energy works. It don't die. It generates and it transfers. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Put a super chat if you don't want the brother to say something. Put a super chat in there, and then we'll read your question out there out loud. He says often times debunked himself with his sources. Well, put a super chat in there, man. We'll read it out loud or whatever.
Who said that? Shot one.
That's
L Money. You talking
that's
about?
L Money. Yeah,
Okay.
that's coming from L Money. Put a super chat in there, L Money. Sure, and then we'll address that. We address that.
It's good timing with this on July 3rd to talk about this before 4th of July. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, indeed, right?
Interesting.
I got a very special bill for tomorrow on the 4th, man.
Oh man, welcome.
Getting into some history, man.
Mm.
Because that day that we call the 4th of July, or the 2nd that initially everything was done, is a sacred day that even the Olmecs practice on. According to their calendar, they practice a very special ceremony on the July the 2nd. Along with the Powhatans, along with the Yamasee. So what we're looking at is a spiritual paper trail that is left behind. So we know who the people is that signed that declaration. They left the paper trail.
Right. Wow. That's crazy.
That's deep.
That's crazy. You gotta have receipts on everything, man. Receipts on
Yeah,
everything.
they thought they could erase it, but some things is done spiritually and with astronomy. So even though they try to erase it, they can't. Some things is carved in stone because they can try to burn it, and so they, our ancestors thought outside the box, man. They done seen this shit before.
Right. Right. Like that. We don't seen this before, man. This is very enlightened, man. I'm sorry you couldn't get you. The reason why, if y'all just coming in, he couldn't, for some reason, he's on his phone with he's coming through. He's saying a lot of stuff. Couldn't share some of the screen because of the update on the computer.
But if y'all check the description, you can see his YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can check out his YouTube channel, Aboriginal Power. And they've been running.
And this is my new channel too, by the way. They took my main channel down, which I had just hit 45,000 subscribers. We was doing crazy numbers, like 3.4 million views a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they took it out, because we was dropping that heat.
Yeah, the Matrix. You know how that go.
Yeah, you know how that goes. So we on a rebuild right now. We on a rebuild.
They hate when the information come out, especially new information, and old information that we have to come back to. The information's been there. Look it up, yo. Don't be scared. Don't run from it. It's something to consider. It's something to look at. Man.
Anything y'all question about, I'll give y'all the exact source all the way down to the goddamn all the way down to the archaeologists or the anthropologists on that site. So anything y'all want to have reference for. I will be back next time, and I will be. Trust me, the screen sharing will be in full effect.
And remember, you said you was going to bring someone before, but
I sent him the link, so I don't know if he coming in or not.
Yeah,
but
we did have somebody here join here, A1.
Yeah, that's him. That's my brother. Yep, that's him.
Okay, so he's in the Zoom right now. He just hasn't chimed in yet. He's in.
Oh, okay.
Man, shout out to my brother A1, man. What's up? Thompson this one.
Yeah, right, peace, Killah Priest, peace to the other brother. I don't know your name.
Solo Jim.
Peace.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time, bro.
Solo Jim. I'm his son.
Solo Joe. That's what's up. Peace to the God, man.
Peace,
that's what's up. That's what's up. It's another brother with y'all, right?
Oh yeah, I'm the engineer. I'm AD.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I was telling my brother AP. I don't want to take it off, but that joint y'all the Woo got. What's the shit y'all did on the Jizza album?
Oh, Fourth Chamber.
Yeah, man, that's a hard banging joint, bro. I was telling my man here, he come from the drill scene. I was telling him, I said, look, man, they was doing it. The beats was crazy back then, man.
No doubt,
you know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to the brother, man. I got that up in my joint. That's workout music, man.
Hey. But no doubt, my brother. Word.
I didn't want to chime in because AP was dropping it, man. And I just said like this though, right? Right now we done got so comfortable and so we spoiled, right? Because back in the day, when you used to hear people present stuff, people used to have to take notes and go do research themselves.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that AP said, he can't share that. That's a 3-hour PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying? He had to just consolidate it and try to make it, you know what I'm saying? So, for people who listen to that always require sources, the greats, when you heard them, I'm saying, yeah, you had people who did their presentation, but then you also have brothers who, when they did come through, they was just dropping information and people was taking notes and checking it out from there.
Right.
So,
there's no more notes, right? You just Google
no more
it.
notes. Yeah, they just want that. But see, that ain't even research because research is required to have 3 or more sources that substantiate the source that you are presenting. So you can have one source, but you need 3 other sources, and real people who really checking information, they gonna let you bring no one source, and especially no one Wikipedia source. They want you to have multiple sources that correlates with the topic at hand. That your son said something interesting, right? He said something interesting, right? And what he said was like, so when you look in the general education system, right? The general education wants you to be docile. And this was made by the Rockefellers in 1906 and Frederick T. Gates.
Talk about it.
They didn't want nobody to be philosophers. They didn't want no men of thinking. They didn't want anyone of higher learning. And if there are men of higher learning, it's coming from their perspective.
Talk about it.
It's manipulating.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
It's manipulative. So
Right.
One that I've been to a school of higher education or university or scholastic institution, right? And my teacher said, look, man, you get 2 educations. You get the education that's given to you, and then you get the education that you seek for yourself.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because you can't be biased with the information. And
well, look who was trying to. I'm sorry to cut you off, my brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But look who was teaching us. You know,
they teach.
Yeah. And did they really even know the information, or was they making it up as they go along?
Making it up. The whole out of Africa theory come from Melville Herkovich and eugenics.
Right.
Eugenics
and then they start disguising this whole African studies under the anthropology at Columbia University under W.E.D. Du Bois and Frank Boas and them. And so and it wasn't no African studies at Columbia University, but they were studying Africa under the anthropology study. See, this is the predecessor movement to what we call the Pan-African or Africana studies.
But that goes in, but hold on, AP. But listen, that goes into the Human Genome Project, and it goes into DNA.
To eugenics.
Look at the people who own all the DNA companies. And I don't care if you do get a couple Negroes that's out there promoting these European DNA companies. They're all working for them. They all working for them. The Melvin Herkovich is the one that came up with the West Africa theory. But you have to ask yourself this question. Was it Negroes already in America before 1492?
And right, and when you look at all the people who came under Boas, they all had some type of weird influence trying to usher in this African theme. When you look at Zora Hill Hutchinson, she even did this whole Africa Town and the conversation from a slave. Then you got the Clotilda story. All this stuff came about under this one group of people at this anthropology study at Columbia University, ran by Franz Boas, excuse me. So when you look into this whole consideration into the evolution of it, when you get to Dr. Leonard Jeffries, John Henry Clark, these things started being funded by the CIA. You got L. Gray Cohen, leader of the African Society movement, going directly to the CIA, getting the funding. Then John Henry Clark takes the baton, and then later on continue getting the funding directly from the CIA.
Pushing it. Push the envelope. It's on.
And look,
you gotta ask questions. You gotta ask questions. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hear you, my brother. Go ahead.
And see, all that's coming from eugenics. Eugenics is made to basically control the narrative. This is when, like, the whole history that they teach us about America is a freaking lie, bro. Ain't no white people bring nobody. What Europeans came over here, and I'm just keeping the history according to my research on what I found.
Okay.
And what they not telling nobody. I've seen the roots, the new roots, the 12 years of slave. But they let me make this point right.
Go ahead, you got to be.
But they have never showed you that Europeans, now they tell you the 1619 story, but they don't tell you in 1618 they brought 300,000 Europeans over to America to work on the plantations in Virginia. They
Absolutely.
don't never tell you that.
And guess what? And guess what? They were owned by Negroes and Indians according to the Virginia Assembly records, to the extent where they had to make a law where Negroes couldn't own them. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, American Indian history and culture is very pregnant. What our ancestors have invented, what they have innovated, has been overlooked and shined against. You know, do your genealogy, then start looking at history, tied together. They run hand in hand. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You understand what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna find when a person do their genealogy. Like if you like, all right, if you're looking at it from a European perspective, then everybody you see on the genealogy chart, you're gonna think was a slave, even if it don't say it was a slave.
Shout out to Top Cat and building, man.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, what was this? Promoter list, and shout out to Top Cat.
Yeah, shout out to Promoter list. He's the
and shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building, man. I want to give a big shout out to all the American Aborigines that's in the building.
That's a fact. That's
showing
a
up
fact.
and showing out. They're showing up and showing out.
man. He's the sponsor of the show. He's been submitting super chat and all that. You know what I mean?
Promoter list.
Yeah, promoter list. Hey.
Legendary Top Cat says, shout out to Killah Priest Jr. and the Aborigines and American Indians.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So yeah, let's keep the questions coming wherever y'all want to go with it, man. We here.
Yeah, we had a couple of questions up in there. No, y'all doing a great job. And I always say, man, we have to look at where information coming from. Even some of these books that was written. I know there's a lot of authors out there, man. You don't even know what they was thinking at the beginning, or all the way to the end, and they kind of write themselves in there. And they
was taught by eugenics, Killah Priest. See, all of this history that's coming from the early 1900s, all these books and all these articles,
eugenics.
And they coming from a eugenics mind state of what they was taught.
Right.
They was taught this in these institutions. These institutions don't teach you the truth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like Darwin was a eugenist and a Satanist. There's records of him in various different meetings trying to chant ghosts and shit like that. Trying to bring that type of energy in. But no, man, the history here is very, very complex, and we have to go through it with a meticulous comb. It's like this. It's like, shout out to my brother nonetheless. He says this is a crime scene, and we're the forensics that's on the scene trying to solve the case. And we got to put all the data that's factual to the side, all the inconsistencies and contradictions to the other side, and we start coming up with our conclusion. That's pretty much what we're doing out here by challenging the mainstream academia, which has hijacked science.
Right.
You understand me? The scientific community.
That's right. And then you even have researchers that you weigh this information against this information, one of them is off. It doesn't make no sense. It's some of these authors and these books that was written in the 1600s, and when they saying things were changing, like you said yourself, like it was about this movement that they were doing, But
they didn't even have, most of them people back in the 1600s was Negroes.
Wow.
Europeans wasn't, listen, even when you talk about the Roman emperors all back 500 years ago was all niggas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me make this point right. So look, that's what the whole thing is all about.
Right.
You had Negroes who was basically in control of Catholicism, Christianity, and all of that. They the ones who created it. And see, they came and then they try to, this is when you get into the doctrine of discovery of them trying to conquer all lands and make make all the people the land servitude. But they couldn't do that here.
Right.
That didn't happen until they brought Martin Luther King in.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And listen, I want to shout out everybody, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel, man, because what he said about these black kings and emperors, that ain't even known that they even existed. Not only in South and Central, but also in North America. I'm doing a series called Forgotten History of America, Kings and Emperors of the Aboriginal Nation. So we just did 2 today. We're going to be doing 2 more next week. So make sure y'all get in tune with that.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat room, you know, make sure y'all subscribe because these brothers is breaking it down. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is knowledge that you need. You know what I mean? You gotta use your thoughts. You know what I mean? Stop being fixated on what you've been taught. You know what I mean?
But check this out, right? Check this out, right? Now I ain't trying to like take no hits to Africa, right? But the whole thing about, you know, most people when they go back to Africa, the only real technology is coming from North Africa and coming from Egypt. Now West Africa ain't got no pyramids. So it's like, you know, when people be like, oh, the Olmecs and Master Musa and all that's bullshit, man. We've been here for eons, bro. It ain't no origin to us coming to this land, and we ain't come here from nowhere else.
Right.
We ain't no Africans.
Yeah, brother Killah Priest, it's so much we can get into, and the brother A1 he goes in.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell it, brother. Yeah.
He goes super in, and like I said, when we can get into bills of just the languages found amongst the Algonquin that is compared to historical Arabic and contemporary Arabic. But when you look at the diacritical remarks in the language, the Algonquin has a complete form according to the Harvard study. So, and what I'm saying is that the language that is credited to Arabic is only the language that we call in Algonquin. So, and we're gonna get into that in a whole nother note, man. Like I said.
Yeah, we got time. We got time, man. We definitely got to do a part 2 to this and have the brother A come through a little bit, or A1 come through. That's a little earlier, man. That's some some deep stuff. But I always been saying that when you open up and you just kind of like think about it, it means a lot of it makes a lot of sense, you know?
Think about this.
When you able to see the proof, when you able to see it, Killah Proof, it's gonna make all the more sense in the world, especially when you get into the history of the Algonquin. And I'm not gonna give away too much right now, but it's gonna make perfect sense when you're able to see the actual data. See, I don't want to give my perspective on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I want to let you examine the data and see what you come up with.
Right. Wow, that's deep. I remember the Jackson 5 used to be dancing with fringes. Used to have their fringes on and everything, looking like they came out of a tribe, you know what I mean?
Man, we was wearing suits in the 1600s, man, 1500s. Wow. We was wearing 3-piece suits, bro. We taught
that's
the
what
Europeans
was found in the mound.
Suits.
Go ahead. Where was that found at?
That was found in the mound with the zoot suits and the gold chains and everything. Like they found
indigenous people in mounds with suits on
and gold chains. And gold chains. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I'm saying. They not telling you what they really found in America. They got us looking at. They got us looking at Africa, and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody of any African origins, but Africans easily tell us that. You know, we're African and we can't, it's like, you know, when we look at the science in America, it's like no other science in the world can compare to what we found here. No other science, brother. No other science. No other science. No other science. There's nothing to look for over there. It's right here. It's right up under your feet. And it starts with you believing who you are by you doing your ancestry, doing your genealogy. But you have to know history to go along with it.
And
I always said that. You got to. Yeah, go ahead.
And that's why we do a lot of comparing to Egypt, is because we're not trying to take anything for Egypt. We just want to make it a highlighted factor, which it has been for some time in the conscious community about its science and its glories. We compare it to our science and our glories and our dating, and so we can have reverement right here up under our feet. And we have thousands of those here in America, North, South, and Central.
Hey, the brother asked a question. He talking about what about the listen, my dude. America is where it started at. The science that China got. But I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. Check out how deep this shit is. In your apartment right now, what is the most important things that's in your apartment?
Think about that.
The remote control?
Nah. But like, like
computer.
You can't eat the remote control, right?
I mean, electricity,
food,
water,
right?
heat, all that.
Yeah, water.
Well, like a stove, right?
Yeah, shelter.
All right, a nigga created that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a refrigerator, right?
Right.
A nigga created that, right?
Yeah.
Like the table.
Right.
Like the table. A nigga created that, right?
Talk about it.
Okay, like the broom, the dustpan, the garbage can, the toilet bowl. What has any of these other
refrigerator, the stoplight, the generator? We can keep going on and on to the morrow.
Look. What
Y'all talking. Good.
What has any of these other groups of people ever brought over here to us? Nothing. They come over here. Look, they come over here and then they want to be like us. What has any? We created everything we need.
Wow.
We created the car. We created everything we need, and we didn't create this for them. But they want you to believe.
I don't think they heard that. We did not create this for them. We was not working under them. We was investing into our own creativities, our own imagination, and it became a manifestation by investing into it. And this is what we call inventions. No, it wasn't for them. You know, absolutely.
Wow. Somebody said, how we they had a lot of cotton. We got a lot of t-shirts.
Listen, ain't no European or nobody on foreigner gonna come over here and put their hand on no cotton.
Right.
Ain't nobody just gonna come over here and touch no cotton and know what to do with it. Like we give these people all this credit. Like these people knew. You have to know astronomy to be able to do agriculture. You have to know astronomy. You have to know the seasons. You have to know the year. You have to. It's so much that goes into a plantation. Only the natural people or the land can do that. Can't nobody go nowhere and just say, all right, well, this gonna work here because of the different times of the year. Sometimes you can't plant stuff until after May. It's a whole lot.
And listen, they got that down to a science now where you can go buy something that's called a farmer's ultimate, which it gives you a whole layout to your crops and what you're doing in agriculture all the way up to 10 years. And that science come directly from a guy that we've known in Philadelphia by the name of Benjamin Banneker. That science is still being used today.
Bro, once again, what has any, if we created the refrigerator, we created the stove, we created all the stuff you see in your house, a mop, all the stuff, your furniture, all of this stuff, right? What has any of these other people brought over here, brother? Nothing. They ain't bring nothing over here. We rented the car. And every country has a car, and we was the inventors of it.
Shout out to James Brown, man.
You created the damn stoplight to make sure it would cause the less casualties. You know, that was created by also an Aboriginal or Negro, if you will. So we got to understand that when we're investing into ourselves, when we're building with unity, when we're connected, we're able to invest into our imagination. Everything you see around you that we're dealing with come from an imagination. It was a thought first, then it was invested, then it became creativity a part of it, and then we see it today. So we just got to get back to that.
Yo, enough said. Y'all locked that.
Yeah.
And I think y'all knocked the ball out the park with that. I always say, man, you gotta start thinking outside the box. That's for everybody in the craft room. Think outside the box, man. Have your thought. Don't let nobody limit you to knowledge. Knowledge is infinite.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's why,
that makes sense.
That's why I resonate. That's why I said James Brown. James Brown said that in Man's World. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Think. Man made the cars to take us over the road for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think that.
Man made the plane.
Yeah. Man made the train.
See, this right here is unpopular speech.
Boy or girl. Huh? What you said?
I said this is unpopular speech in the world scholastic or people that's trying to become astute or any higher learning. But I've gotten so many emails from actual professors and actual educators that told me, everything, because they do independent research too.
Right.
And America is a hot topic when it comes to all the stuff that they found here. But like AP said, we got a whole book of freaking inventions, bro.
Right.
A whole book, brain surgery. We had we had disability here. We had Social Security. We created the Constitution, and they just go on and on and on.
The book the title gives it away, Brother Killah Priest. It's called it's called the American Indian Encyclopedia. 15,000 years of invention and innovation. That's the full title. And I will give it to you. Absolutely. You know you're going to get it directly after this show. So it goes, but listen, when the farther you go back, the most complex science it is. The oldest archaeological finds in that book is pants, hoodies, and shoes. When we were supposed to be naked savages. This kills that argument. You got hoodies, pants. You got a hood. You got pants. What they call trousers in a particular encyclopedia, going back 17,000 years. You got hoodies going back thousands of years. Sandals and shoes going back thousands of years.
Civic centers. You know what I'm saying? We had, man. Listen, my man.
Civic centers going back thousands of years ago.
Find me in Africa, astronomical. Astronomical observatory that's made of brick with a swivel dome that tracks the celestial season. Find me one anywhere else on the planet. That's right here, central. But understand this, like AP said, the Yamasis are the Olmec. Look, the Central American or the culture that was right there in Central America went all the way up. It went all the way through Florida, all the way through the Mississippi, all the way through Louisiana. When you talk about Cahokia, all of that was connected. All of these trade routes, all that shit went into the same thing. They dealing with the same people.
My bad, big brother. The capital of colonial Mexico would have been Florida. And a matter of fact, California, Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, New Mexico, Texas, and Florida only became part of the United States and not Spanish territory after 1848. That's the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
Damn. Damn. Say that name again.
The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. You can look it up. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
That's fire.
That's fine. He good. He good. Definitely good with like where he was going in earlier. But brother.
Yeah. Could you explain that term? Because I heard it from somewhere on there. Probably one of y'all was breaking it down. Coon, right? It was from the raccoon.
That's the Yamasi. That's the people in Georgia, the Timucuan. That's just a branch of them.
That's literally a family bloodline. See, a lot of these tribes are what we call clans or family, large family, interconnected. When you go back a great-grandparent, you got 8 different lines that's in that your now lineage. And so we have to take that into consideration. These are large families and that come together to create nations and to create confederacies. Yeah.
But the Coon people would be like all up in around the Ogamichi area, like through South America. I mean South Carolina and throughout Georgia and through Florida. You know, some of the people with the lines under their eyes or whatever, and some of them feast on Coon.
Right, they literally got the dark ring around their eyes. Yeah.
Wow.
You can see that.
Yo, man, this is beautiful. Yo, look. Oh man, yo, listen, I wanna get a part 2 going behind this. This has been a crazy, incredible build.
And come back screen sharing next time, man.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. And, I want you to bring A1. Shout out to A1.
Peace to the God, man. Definitely peace to you and your son, brother.
Peace, God. Peace.
No doubt but love, definitely, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, brother.
Man, yo, I told y'all in the craft that it was gonna go on. It was gonna go down today, and it definitely went down. And it's like, you don't even see their face and it went down. It's like, yo, it was some deep information, and y'all dropped the jewel, and I want to invite y'all to come back. With that, I'm gonna say, you can stick around because we do the music after this. So if you want to be a part, you know what I'm saying. I know you got some fire too. We sit around and we do the music part behind this, and we just give our opinion. Our opinion on it and everything. But if you gotta go, we understand that too, man. But we'll be here listening to that. And I just want to salute y'all too, brothers.
Yeah, I like the music. I rock with the music. I actually got a battle rap event coming up July the 15th, so I'll battle rap.
Shout out for battle rap. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, no doubt. Let the people know one more time where they can join on to the movement and join your podcast. and everything.
Hey man, to get some of this Aboriginal information, to go through various steps to understanding who you are, pertaining to where your people's from, what nation, what tribe you connected to. Let me know. Come to Aboriginal Power. It's simple. Just type in Aboriginal Power. That's AB Original Power. You can just put that in YouTube, Aboriginal Power. Subscribe, get on the panel, ask questions, leave comments. You know what I mean? We respectful, we feedback. We ain't we don't know it all. We open for criticism. We listen to other sides, and we willing to provide proof if that's what you're inquiring as well. So, I never been on Zoom, so my computer wasn't updated for the new version of Zoom. So I usually do mine through StreamYard. So we're very active with the screen sharing. So like I said, that's what we do. So
the black man invented that too.
And the channel's gonna be in the description too. The channel's gonna be in the description too and everything. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right. So with that, man,
so I appreciate the Aborigines, man. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel too, man.
No doubt.
No doubt. Peace, brother. Peace.
With that said, AD, let's move on to the music. I like this part.
Let's go. It's time for a segment we call Song Promotions.
Hey.
Song Promotions.
The hat I got is Tony Chopper, but I'm Tony Copper.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
I was at the enemy.
Oh, man.
I know, that's a lot, huh?
Fire.
Woo! You gonna float out the bed tonight?
I'm learning. I did last night, too.
You did?
Yeah,
out of
man.
body. That's good, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, you in tune with something. Something's going on, AD. They're trying to talk to you.
No, I noticed a pattern.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I'm just still learning about everything.
Hey.
But yeah, man.
Aboriginal Power and A1.
We got quite a few submissions today.
Let's do them.
So
Man, y'all
let's
coming
see.
through with the super chats too, man. Shout out to let's get it right. Shout out to the Aboriginal brothers and sisters that came through. Royal Bloodline, I see you out there with the arrows. Y'all stand up. Y'all came to the craft room, showed out. That's good. That's how you got to represent when you're going on anywhere. Thank y'all for the super chat. Hit that like button. Let them know we are here. And this is the music time. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see. The first one we're gonna do here is from artist named PrevMarco from Texas.
Okay.
Name of the song is "Tell Me True," and it's on Spotify. So we're gonna open up the Spotify. Here we go. And
Shout out to the moderators in the building too. Oracles and the.
hold on.
Yeah, we gotta get.
Damn, I gotta get on Spotify.
Definitely will.
Hold on.
We're gonna continue building. Oh, where's Knowledge Born? Shout out to Knowledge.
Yeah, Knowledge Born. The Zoom is open.
KB.
Okay, here we go.
Ugly right there.
Yo, feeling lost, not knowing which way to go. The hyperdrive malfunction, we working overtime. The city light shine, the searchlight fugitive on the run. I'm ghost capping, moving fast without a gun. I'm Mad Max in a drop escape from New York. It's cold red, the execution and dread. Confirmed life forms in building 3, blowing trees. The T infinity, extinguish the possibility. Fly desert eagle, fill the clip with 16. STS heat sinking, now the mission complete. Yo, double back, my partner got a shell in his back. The armor plated vest cracked in half from the attack. As watched it rain, burn my jacket, I seen magic. Call me Larry Bird, shooting long range, hit him where it hurts. Taking out communications, now I'm surrounded like it's no hope left, hope left. Now they got me locked in chains in a cell, and they watching me like Rockwell. No food for days, I'm losing faith. This shit's about to get real. Yo, they trying to obtain the code. I'm never talking. The torch is chamber live. My mind drifting to the dark side of the moon. I start praying, thinking about my team. Then I start saying, 3, 2, 1. Sound the alarm. I hear shots snap back and it's on. They about to put a bullet in my hand. STS breaking through the door and said we ain't playing this. Took them out, break free, I'm running out. Bodies on the ground, my team scream and shout. Fucking with the realest and you about to find out. This is fake that shit, we gon' give them a lift.
Yo, very creative, very different, good mix. Especially with the rock, with the guitars, you know. I liked it. It's unique. It's a different type of sound, and the hook was kind of unexpected too. So like y'all making music in your own creativity right there. So that's interesting because it's different. I liked it. What you think?
Yeah, it was very holistic. It was dope. You know what I mean?
Holistic.
Yeah, you know, it was nice. It was very spiritual. From what I heard, it was a good track. It was a good mix. I mean, it was dope. You know what I mean? Nice hook, very nice hook, and good lyrics. That was good lyricist. So that was dope. That was dope.
And it's already on Spotify. So
Yep.
they published.
What's the artist's name again?
PrevMarco.
PrevMarco. Okay. Shout out to him and Diana.
And Dana.
Dana.
Featuring Dana.
Sorry for that. Yeah, Dana.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right here. Is that yours?
Priest is
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's, you know, if y'all don't know, my dad's in the background. He always hears the song. Yeah.
Talking about, this hand.
Yeah, thumbs up. They see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
they
said
see
thumbs
it.
up.
Yep. You know what I mean? You know, when my dad's not here, you know what I mean, he's listening to it in the background. He always hears it. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yep.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Good submission.
Yep. Shout outs.
All right. Next up, we've got a track from the God 720 from Chicago, Illinois. Name of this song is called Jack Diamond.
Officer, you want to say you're going to lock me up for telling you my story. I told you.
Jack Diamond.
I
remember when them lights start flashing, we threw our stash and we start dashing. But now I ask them in gentleman fashion, what's the issue? Hand them my license, they get excited, and they say it really is you. Can I get a picture and a signature for my wife and sister? I say sure, mister. Never officer because his office is miniature. Money miscellaneous and life is miserable. When you ain't got no job, it's career criminal. Where stacks is never minimal. This is the life that we chose. Heart grows gold, do time and go to the hole. Still shine wherever we go. Better to be known for being honorable than holding on chrome. Keeping my family safe at home, cause it's cold outside. Known by dragging eyes on both sides. That's mob and bow ties. Opposition always gonna get lies. Fuck your proposition, now never testify. This the art of surprise. Jack Diamond. A lot of underworld mechanics on God's green planet. Between cement and gaining a jacket. The dinosaurs are gigantic. The wild boards are attacking. The finest swords are attractive. Trying to find a play for a score to happen. Light feet don't give you enough weight for traction. I'm never clashing with the police. Yeah, they know me. This is order. We organize respectfully. Cause technically, my PI is on 5G. Don't be fucking with nobody that you're trying to see. Amongst the
officials. Blind them with your diamonds, have your eyes as sharp as crystals. Put your heart in your pistol, making decisions on dark issues will be more than the mark within you. And still got court dates to tend to. I lead by example for my nephew, cause these are blessed moves, and it's best to leave those fools alone. They'll be standing in line, collect, calling on a payphone, begging for a loan.
You put your hands on me. What is your name? I asked y'all a question. I am
Jack Diamond. Revolution or prostitution? The con artist, a professional that's signing on the Constitution. We hear the problems and provide solutions. My authorities respected, my nigga. There is no confusion. When there's collateral damage, I collect restitution. Expect the test designed for losing. Them swines be cruising. So my movement is zigzag to ditch that bitch ass rip rap, get cash and stay away from the blue flash that says who that and stop right there. Mama yells Christ's sake until she got white hair. At night, fiends got bright stares. We all live and learn that life ain't fair. Every bad boy gets a death row chair. Pump cigars and blow O's in the air. An official just like Smokey the Bear. Never scared when the dough is right there. Me and the game's a tight pair. After the daydreams, here come the fucking nightmares. Jack Diamond.
That's fire. That's a great track. Man, Priest like that a lot too. That sounds good. People in the chat like it too. It's hard.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I like that snare.
Yeah. Yeah, we know. Yeah,
what you think?
I was definitely
That was dope.
Yeah.
Boom.
Good energy.
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot. That was good. Good beat, good flow. Everything was perfected. I ain't gonna lie. That was a dope track. You know what I mean? That was good to my ears. So
Yeah.
got nothing much more to say there. That was dope. Shout out to Jack Diamond.
Good submission.
Robert?
Nice.
Yeah.
Fire track, man. That was. He said he wants to hear more from him.
Yeah, my dad said he want to hear more, so that's a good.
Actually, if you want to hear more, they got another submission right here.
Look, he was already ahead of you.
Yeah, the God 70. This one's called Las Vegas Nights. It's an MP3.
Las Vegas nights, Las Vegas fights.
You know Zoe mixed it.
Some of my niggas gangster, they gotta show they flag. Some of my niggas hustlers, they gotta get the bag. I like my hoes like my Glock, got that reflex gag. Came through with the part 2, now they big mad. Oh, they big mad, but they ain't big bad. Keeps a red bone bitch with a big fat ass. Them bitches ain't talking, unless they talking about cash. She living for the moment, let's see if it lasts. Las Vegas nights, Las Vegas fights. 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 It's never too much drink. Fuck what they think. Bitches crying me a river while I laugh at the bank. If she wanna ride with me, she gon' do what it takes. Steady working on that pole. Let's see what it makes. Let's see if it shake. Let's see if it quake. Stay moving like a snake. Let's see if it break. I need the love and hate. Keep the game in the face. Her bestie gotta wait. They both ask for a taste. Las Vegas nights, Las Vegas fights. Las Vegas nights, Las Vegas fights. Las Vegas nights, Las Vegas fights. Las Vegas nights, Las Vegas fights.
I like this hook. I like that hook. I like the beat too, because the beat's kind of like it does sound like it's a nighttime, and it sounds, you know what I mean. It gives you the feeling like you're surrounded by lights. Do you know what I mean? It's very appropriately named and a good theme. I could see a video for that with like a video game theme, but it's showing like the Las Vegas nights. Do you know what I'm saying? With the moon in the background. I like it. I like tracks that take you somewhere.
Yeah, see?
I'm feeling that one.
AD gave you a vision just now, so, you know, if you're thinking about putting in a video for that.
Yeah.
Remember what AD just said. That was dope. That was
fire.
That was a nice little catchy track, you know what I mean? That was definitely dope, you know what I mean? I like the two different swags, but it was definitely dope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was dope, you know. Shout out to him, you know what I mean? Dad, you got anything to say? He loves it, you know what I mean? My dad loves it, you know what I mean? He wants to hear more from you. And that's always a good praise from him. So
that,
you know.
That was from The God 720.
Shout out to God 720, baby.
From Chicago, Illinois. Hey, my boy Maintain is from Chicago, Illinois.
Hey.
Maybe y'all know each other. Let's see.
What you said?
Danny Salinas.
He's from Chicago.
Oh, he's from Chi-Town too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got a track here from False Doctrine KILLA from South Central LA.
Hey, South Central.
And this track is called Duct Tape. Produced by Arza from the album No Graven Images. Let's go.
You say he's from Vegas. The guy 720?
Okay.
You say from Vegas. Yeah. He's in Vegas.
He's in Vegas.
He's in Vegas. I got you. Hold up.
No, he said he's in Vegas now, but the form he filled out said Chicago, Illinois.
Right. It goes with the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. False Doctrine KILLA. Duct Tape. Going full screen.
All right.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey man, it's like the third time I done called you, bro. I'm trying to show you these beats. You don't call me back, I'm gonna put you on the front pages.
Yo, what's up, False Doctrine KILLA? This is the apologist from Christ-centric, man. I just wanna encourage you, man, to keep doing your thing, man. Keep exposing these false teachers, this son of Satan, these spawns of hell. These are wolves in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's the killer with the cross, breaking preachers off. Here's a penny for your thoughts. When the guns spray, this only ends one way. With your blood on the runway. Duct tape him, duct tape him. He gone cause he fake. Duct tape him, duct tape him. Can't save him, too late. Duct tape him, duct tape him. These wolves are my prey. Duct tape him, duct tape him. You might have heard of Christian rappers, but ain't nothing like this. I'm tossing preachers in the ditch. You think they slick like Rick? Then I'm gone with the wind if you catch my drift. These heretics like selfies. I take my pick. Yo, flipping on wax. I treat tracks like gymnastics. Another casket. This murder rap, I done mastered. A slave for the master. 66 shots to levitate you like the rapture. You clearly not a factor. At point blank range, I rearrange your interior. The text is inferior. Point blank period. The Bible's infallible. You disagree? I'll disconnect your mandible and eat it like a cannibal. Don't talk, just listen, or end up missing when you take an intermission. Scripture twisted, that was his decision. But fools lack wisdom, that's a given, it is written. It's the killer with the cross, breaking preachers off. Here's a penny for your thoughts. When the guns spray, this only ends one way. With your blood on the runway. keep your loose lips in, or just make me a believer. Like resurrect your wife from cancer, or they gon' say your life got canceled. What they teaching them is mind-boggling. There's no stopping when my 9 cocking. Got pine boxes for these sly foxes. Vigilante, I display brave heroics. When I spray what I'm holding, it'll vacate the rodents. Every word falls from that page that they quoting. They ain't really good fellas, just some fake Ray Liotas. I'm a mainstay for poets.
Who is this?
Namesake, I'll blow it, but I put the blower down and catch
False
fades
Doctrine
from the
Killah.
shoulders. Once you hear that great tape, it's over. You awake from a coma as my next slain opponent. Another cold case, find your face in the corner. Coroner in euphoria as he savors the moment.
It's the killer with the crows, breaking preachers off. Is it pain for your thoughts? When the guns spray, this only ends one way. With your blood on the runway. Duct tape.
It's a good mix. It's good master. I like that hook.
Fire.
That's gonna get popular, man. It's well done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that was cool.
That was fire.
I got nothing. I got no criticism. I got no advice. Like, that's cool. That's done. What you think?
Yeah, that was a smooth flow. It's a very smooth flow, good hook. You know what I mean? It was a dope song overall. It all corresponded with each other, so I liked it a lot, you know?
And the hook.
Yeah, you can't say much more than that. It's like, when it's a good track, it's a good track, you know?
Duct tape.
Yeah, see, and it's catchy. You got AD saying it, so shout out to him, you know what I mean?
It's in the whip.
Yep.
In the whip.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to
strip.
I think Mac would like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fire. That was fire. That was straight up fire, yo. And the hook, everything, and the artist before him was incredible. From Chi-Town, spit it, fire. So we got 2 just dope tracks. This brother right here, the hook was dope. I agree with you. AD is nothing to say, but that is a hit right there. I'm gonna put that out. That's fire. Let's go.
Just so y'all know, the links to all of these artists is going to be in the description, so you'll be able to follow them on Linktree, on their YouTube, and all that.
Yes.
Let's see. So we got another submission from False Doctrine Killah.
Let's do it.
This one is called Front Pages.
Turn up. Remember, it's 4th of July tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Fresh off the presses, yeah. You say that you name it and you claim it, cause you heard that from one of your favorites. It's amazing when I aim it. Brains all over the pavement. He was nameless, now his faces. The first thing they see in the papers. Front pages. Read all about it, he famous. He said he got a vision from the Lord. Anybody say they getting visions get ignored. I mark him and avoid him. This is not the norm. I used to rap for sports, so miss me with the racket. I ain't with the back and forth. I'm 40 now in rare form. Ask me, I don't care for him. Catch your ear, boy. I air you out, you'll be airborne. I'm trying to spar with your pastor and Muay Thai. I've been patient long enough. Now he asking for more time. I'm starving. You stalling like your bucket won't start up. Screwdriver bumped the starter. It's sparking. It should have started. Listen, Bishop Vagabond. You don't want no qualms when it's pistol in my palm. I pistol whip you calm. Pool pit posing like you want a model instead. You go to sleep, I'm on the side of your bed. You about as useful as a bottle of bread. I grab the axial seat, dents go oops up side of your head. Seen your whole team, old steam, with the rubber grip, bucking it. Scratch another name off my bucket list. Chuckling, I catch you lacking like your common sense. For all them blasphemies in them comments sent. You think God is a genie? Well, I'm not convinced. Make a wish, bullet hit you, jump like you hopped the fence. Watch him soar. Was packing peace in the middle of the storm. Before I was reformed, now I'm in a war. Already won, but I'm earning my rewards. Treasures I could store. Up in heaven, sorry reverend, I am poor. Do you have to have the Bentley off the showroom floor? Boy, you wretched to the core. Check out my decor. Check it. The triune true vine connoisseur. Bread and wine in remembrance of the Lord. One body and we all on one accord. You say that you name it and you claim it. Cause you heard that from one of your favorites. It's amazing when I aim it. Brains all over the pavement. He was nameless, now his faces. The first thing they see in the papers. Front pages. Read all about it, he famous.
Yo, good job on the. I like that one a lot too because he went on the rhymes. He dropped some bars right there. I like the lyrics. You know, it's not easy doing singing. When you add singing and clear singing, it's easy to lose people if the hook ain't right. But the hook's cool because that's the type of track where the range is something that you would probably sing along to or it gets in your head. And shout out to whoever did your videos. Like the editing's cool. I'm paying attention to the edits. I saw a little drone footage. You know what I mean? The transitions are cool. So they working with some video production people there. Shout out to whoever they are. That's cool. But I like it. What y'all think?
Yeah, no, it's great flow. You know what I mean? He has great flow and he's very talented lyricist, I could tell. And you know, that's a dope. I ain't gonna lie, this guy's dope. I ain't gonna lie, it's the first time he's submitted, I could tell, right? So I mean
I think we've got another one from him before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, it's probably my first time hearing it. And
Yeah.
I think it's dope. It's clear to my ears. So shout out to him, you know what I mean? That's a hot flow, you feel me? You know what I mean? It's catchy and all that. Good hooks. He's definitely killing the hooks though.
What's his name?
That is False Doctrine Killah.
False Doctrine Killah is becoming one of my favorites on here.
Yeah, man.
Because of the flow and his flow is different. And the singing hook, he can rhyme. You know what I mean? He can rhyme and it is plain as day.
Mhm.
And it gives you some. You could kind of like get some feeling like it's not humor. It's real straight. And I like how he stayed within his concept.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? With the cross on the head, the mask, everything. It's fire.
Yeah, you can tell when people are fronting.
I love it.
But like, he's keeping it real the whole way through. I like it.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Great submission. Thank you again, False Doctrine Killah. Even my cat likes it. Hey.
Yeah. He's been tripping out lately.
Yeah.
Cat.
He's in a good mood.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Cap Jones in the building.
Shout out to Cat.
Got his tail up.
Or priesthood.
All right. Next up, we've got Fella B in the building from Melbourne, Australia.
Who is this?
Fella B.
Oh, Fella B. Yeah, him and Triple C.
Yep. This track is called Aki Fella's Cut 2006. Here we go.
Let's go. Ready to blow.
I like the background stuff. Good bass. Yeah. All this background stuff is nice. You hear that? It's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
We gonna get David Icke back.
Word? Yo, that was a good beat, Fella B. I can't think of anything else I would change. You know, I mean, that was cool. I like the background stuff. I like the trippiness. I hear all the things you're panning to the left, panning to the right. I could tell you worked on this. Ida I says it's cipher ready. You got some fire in the chat. Jack Dawson likes it. Cap Jones loves the drums. Yeah. That one's ready. I say that one's ready for an artist. What y'all think?
Yeah, very cipher ready. Very could make it like a little hip hop dance party to that too. Anybody could like come on that and bring some good energy to that. That's like a real good party track to me. Really old school hip hop. So that was the dope. That was a dope submission right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I agree with the solo gem. And AD, that was dope. It was nice. All right, Fila B, come on. He submitted before. Respect.
Yeah, he's been making beats.
Let me say it about Australia, man. I don't know what kind of hip hop y'all got out there, but y'all making beats. Between you, Triple JC and he's an MC right there, Triple JC. He's an Australian Royal Priesthood, RP. You know what I mean? See, RP. We're gonna switch it around. Yeah, our IP would be raps, Royal Intelligent Priesthood. So we bringing back the dead. We reversing it. Raps intelligent poetry. Real intelligent poetry. Hey, RP, Royal Priesthood. Let's do it.
All right, good submission. Coming up next, we
got
an artist named FG Postmortem from LI, New York, or Long Island, New York.
Long Island.
Orlando /
Hold on, let me say this.
Go ahead.
8 people just got shot in Philadelphia. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
After Baltimore's, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but after Baltimore and Philly, this is why I'm saying make sure y'all take care of yourself and watch yourself out there, man. It's crazy out them streets. I want to make sure everybody in the craft is good.
And we got a full moon right now in Capricorn.
Oh, I saw it's fat yesterday.
It's intense right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I ain't even going out.
It's also tonight, yeah. Another full moon tonight, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get the urge to party or do something crazy tonight.
Yeah.
But I ain't going out, man. I feel like the energy's too intense right
It's
now.
opposite. We're going to change the opposite, right?
Man, I'm staying in.
Lunatics. Luna. That's that Luna. Yeah.
For real. Okay, FG Postmortem. The name of the song is God's Not Responsible. Produced by...
That's hard.
Name, right?
For the title.
It says produced by AI. I think that's an I or an L. I'm pretty sure it's an I.
God is not responsible. That's the hottest name so far on the credit. For a title. God is not responsible. What's about to happen? Peace. Shout out to Cap Jones. Oh, you started on? He says, peace, please. Hold up.
Yeah.
We started yet?
Go ahead.
All right, let's do a big happy birthday to Cap Jones.
Oh, he's a Cancer?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'm doing a Stevie Wonder joint. Now, after Aboriginal, I'm not singing that old school birthday. I don't know. It might have been a blood sacrifice. Happy birthday. It sounds like somebody swinging.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing none of that old school happy birthday songs. We're gonna sing it up. We're gonna do Stevie Wonders. Who else? Somebody else had one too. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday. The other one sound like somebody that just died, man.
Birthday.
Gotta watch out.
At the club, I just play birthday sex.
I'm telling you,
Santa
Claus is Satan.
From Jeremiah.
Yeah. Or the other one, shout out to the birthday bitch. It's your motherfucker birthday bitch.
Hey, man, whatever yeah, exactly. It's a little different. Swing around the pole.
Yeah.
It's a little fast, but you know, shout out to Cap Jones, man. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, shout out to Cap Jones, man. Happy birthday. More life.
Yeah, he wants us to play New Reality off Power tonight.
Children of the Lower Worlds, less fortunate. Let's go.
You got it.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. FG Postmortem. God's not responsible.
Yeah. Truth hurts those who are living their lives. The true, honest, intelligent, necessary, or kind. Think before y'all speak and be wise, or be brutally blunt and frank about it, my guy. Who break the paradigm, making snake eyes roll like a paradise into the back of thy skull. I'm living in paradise, comfortable. You still talk shit about how I was used to go in the cold. sorry bro, I thought that you'd be proud, but you'd rather see me down like some sad clown. Astonished I'd still have some brain cells left, but you have less than me from years of intoxication. I don't give a fuck about beers, kinda like Sean P. Pour your Henny on the street for the living dead deceased. Every time I smoke Sherm, I gained a new crease. Brain bleed from learning too much about reality. You talk reckless with a blurry vision. Your muscles got y'all thinking you can do anything. There were times I'd just get wet and observe, being the most sober one at the show, smoking herb. If I wasn't in a hole, I went God mode. Precog your shitty freestyle, then murder you off the dome. Unfuckwittable, but it came with a cost. Cause once you know the truth, there's no going back to Santa Claus. No going back to Santa Claus. Oh ho ho, you were not honest. You did it to yourself, God's not responsible. Ho ho ho, you were not honest, bro. You did it to yourself, God's not responsible. Ho ho ho, you were not honest, bro. You did it to yourself, God's not responsible. God's not responsible. Liar.
Who said that?
I will eat the last slice of pizza though, you fucking pussy.
All right. Man. It's like I said before, people are making their own home videos now, compilations. It's cool. I was digging the track. Just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. What y'all think?
Yeah, that was dope. I think this is my favorite one that he submitted before. You know what I mean? He submitted before, and this is one of my favorite ones because the mix sounds so much clear. You know what I mean? It was definitely dope, and I like it a lot. You know what I mean? He got a very creative way his videos, and his lyrics is always deep. If you could decipher them, you know what I mean? Depending who can hear them or not, you know what I mean? I hear it, you know what I mean? But no, definitely dope track. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, man. FG post can't never like really
Postmortem.
There we go. Shout out to him, you know what I mean? Man, this has been in very, very consistently.
Keep it going, man. Keep it. I just want to say, keep it going. I mean, you on something, and it was a different type of flow, and you know, I was enjoying it. It's cool.
Word. All right. Next, now we got a submission from Lance Mitchell.
Lance, I'll be going out to Lance. Shout out to Lance, man. I'll be going out there to with Afro Man, and be going out to Juneau. You know the name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Juneau, Alaska.
Juneau, Alaska.
We've been out there. We're gonna be turning it up. Salo, you be with me this time, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll pull up.
Pull up.
Yeah. All right. So this
Lance.
track is called "Stop Suicide Worldwide."
Shout out to Shroom, too.
Suicides have spread over the world in epidemic proportions. We have to start by showing love to those that are going by the wayside. Show love and give love. That's what we need to do to stop.
Thank you, Shannon.
She was bored tonight, couldn't think just right, and too much to drink. Oh, this sinking night. Mom and Dad loved her so, didn't want her to go. She had had enough, couldn't take no more. No more suicide. Stop them worldwide. No more suicide. Stop them worldwide. Nothing wrong today. Nothing right as well. Just a wasted night. Could go home tonight, push this guy away, wait to a wasted day. She felt dead inside, one more suicide. Her bright smiles no more, just to grace the day. One more suicide. suicide. One more suicide. No more suicide.
Which one is that? Black Witch?
Stop them worldwide.
Oh, yeah. I should have did this gunshot, yeah. That's my bad, yeah. No, suicide is, I think, I don't know. I should have did a gunshot. I'm sorry for that one. I can't even give it a
just so y'all know, the gunshots was Priest. It wasn't part of the video.
I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. My bag on that one.
Yeah.
They
know what's up.
No, because there's suicide bomb.
Yeah.
Suicide bombs. So you really can't. I think, well, that lane right there, I think, Lance, you kind of dope in that, you like dope in that lane because it's like a crying out pain. And I told him, you know, Lance has a very 80s voice, like a 80s, like he could do early. He got a voice that could pull that off, so it's a little popish. You know what I mean?
I like the beat. The beat was nice and wide, really well mastered, good mix. I like how he's got a little bit of reverb on his voice, and then he's talking about an important topic and everything. So I think that's definitely going to get attention too, and that's the important thing, to bring awareness, especially for a serious topic. Which I think.
Well, if anybody knows me personally, I'm a very big advocate for suicide prevention. I did a whole project on this one back in college. I'm very big on this. Very great message. I always say, gotta be, people gotta be open to be able to talk about certain things that we deeply suppress. You know what I mean? And to bring it more fruition. I think it needs to be stopped around the world. This world is really hard, and a lot of people don't talk about it enough. You know what I mean? And a lot of lives get taken every day. So, especially for men, especially men, it's a hard life for us, but it's difficult. And I think everybody needs to be more aware. You know what I mean? Obviously there's hotlines and everything like that, but be able to talk to people, be able to like be open with people. And that's what I think that was a dope track for Lance to even put out, very, very self-aware things. And the world is crazy, man. The world is crazy, but you never want to let the world take you, you know what I mean? So shout out to that.
Yeah. Great submission. That was quality production right there. Next up, we've got none other than Mathematical Jazz from Pennsylvania. Y'all remember him?
Is that my man?
He submitted a few times before.
There's one that used to be so smooth. I'll wait it out.
Check it out. This is the MP3. It's called Changed Me.
How y'all doing? Y'all good? Yeah. Good, man. Thank y'all for coming out with the whole thing going on, man. Corona got people nervous that ain't normally nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got partners that fuck women raw. That's wearing a mask now. I'm like, nigga. You fuck niggas raw, nigga. Like, oh, I guess they Corona. I'm like, what about AIDS? They can cure AIDS.
Funny how years fly by like they never existed. Bodies drop like dominoes, folks we used to shoot the shit with. A child seeing characters come back in movies cool, thinking ones that I love could come back to play myself like I was on both sides of a chessboard. Used to ask myself, what the hell you down the rest for? My brother kept it real, broke it down to me flat. Once you leave this world, then there ain't no coming back. That was bad news. Hard to accept the truth, clear some thoughts about death that had me confused. First funeral when my grandmother transitioned, broke my father's heart and all his other siblings. A hardship that separated what used to be should make it stronger. It don't happen usually. I'm holding to my heart, another chapter closed up. A situation that forced me to grow up. They don't want me to grow up, still think that I'm a baby. Even though mom ain't in this world, still know that she raised me. And grandma, I miss you. Want you to know you still my lady. They expect the immature me, need to get used to the change me. Hey yo, I had less than the average, but you don't hear me crying original, born rich in heart, even though I was arriving broke to a pitiful world where people wanted what they didn't earn, then took what wasn't theirs. Guess they didn't learn about good and bad karma. May I alarm you that you get back what you put out, just to warn you. Eventually you will get back into a corner. I rise in the AM, in the AM you will mourn. Won't escape with fate, so you better clear your slate. These wolves out here will be coming for your plate. I'll prosper, I speak prosperity into the air. Universe gives me clarity, strength in my soul, finding out who I am. Defer from ones who don't give a damn. You growing or you just getting old. You wanna hold on, but I'm letting go. Seeking this dimension, never taste the flow. They don't want me to grow up, still think that I'm a baby. Even though mom ain't in this world, still know that she raised me. And grandma, I miss you. Want you to know you still my lady. They expect the immature me, need to get used to the change me. They don't want me to grow up, still think that I'm a baby. Even though mom ain't in this world, still know that she raised me. And grandma, I miss you. Want you to know you still my lady. They expect the immature me, need to get used to the change me. They don't want me to grow up, still think that I'm a baby. Even though mom ain't in this world, still know that she raised me. And grandma, I miss you. Want you to know you still my lady. They expect the immature me, need to get used to the change me.
Yeah. That was a cool
touched me.
track.
Yeah.
Good feel.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, that was a hot track. I ain't gonna lie, that was dope flow, good. Everything was a great message too. Great message. Can't say much more than that. That was a hot track. You know what I mean? Like the beat was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that was a crazy beat. I like it. It's good flow, man.
That's ready for a video.
Yeah, that needs a video. Yeah, that needs a video.
Feel good music.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it touched me, man. You know, I relate to everything you just said. It's my grandma on Earth. I just relate to that. That touched me. That was deep. That was dope. Brian Ford in the building was good. Come on up. Come on up. Yo.
Parachuting in by the pyramids.
Hey, no
fell in from the sky.
Hey, was good.
Yes.
Was good.
I had to double check the apartment number tonight because when I was at your place last time, I went up to the wrong apartment.
Right.
It was real awkward, so I made it in, just snuck in here. I parachuted in, left of the Sphinx, over there.
Yeah, the Sphinx outside. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, shout out to Brian Ford in the building.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got another track submission beat from Fella B. You want to show something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Brian Ford right here, Mystery Channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mystery Channel, produced entirely by Brian.
Yeah. This is
not even produced, played live.
Played live. Couple remixes on there. But yeah, it drops on August 11th. It's been getting some good feedback online. It's been it's been playing. It's been good.
Hey,
so yeah. Very excited. And then hopefully we back this up with some live stuff because
we're gonna do that speakeasy.
Yeah, KP. We've been doing the we had a band back in the day, pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
We were rocking the house, so do that again.
Yeah.
It's about to start up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Live.
Yep.
Okay.
Live is good.
Yes, indeed. Let's go.
Yeah. Another beat submission from Fella B.
Press the Come on, man. live right now. I can't play with you right now.
Hey.
I think when the tracks are really good, the cat goes kind of bonkers. So this is, I mean, I think if Cash is feeling it, it's letting out the energy right there.
Rela B.
Sounds like a Gangstar track.
Oh, like a, yeah, I see it. Just the choppiness of Primo.
It's aching for some vocals over the top.
Yeah.
You know? It's aching it's definitely hypnotic grooves.
Yeah.
You know, it just needs some on top of it.
Cool
You know?
hip hop track.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry about the cat distraction.
Nah, it's all good. He was feeling the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cat.
When the cat is all amped up, is usually because the beats are good.
He broke it. How's it that color now? Look what you did.
He comes
straight
back. He just hit it.
Go ahead. Really? Serious?
Wow.
Yo, man.
That sounded like a sample. Was that a sample?
Yeah. It's being aggressive.
Come on, Mojito. Come on, man.
Oh, wow.
Ain't that serious?
Over here. Come on. Do this.
See, like,
Nice submission, Philip B for the part 2. That was dope. We was at the anime expo. Yeah.
Yes. I think it was. I was gonna go, but it was totally sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, because I could only imagine the LA one, because the Chicago one was off the chain, and then like the LA one's got to be just like 10 times.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I was hoping to get to that.
Yeah, Chi-Town will probably have a wild
Yeah,
one
they had
too.
a good one. They had a really good one. But yeah, because when you drive down up back into the city, you see the huge banner there, right there. We were checking that out when we. You know what I mean? I was like, I could take my kids to this, and it was like sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
What was the highlight? What did you? So what was like? What was
we
the
saw
highlight?
everything, man. What would you say? Top? What would you say?
Man, it's hard. It's hard to say, but I like the cosplays. You know, what I mean, I love when like fans show out their real appreciation for the anime they like. So I love watching like people dress up in costumes and like just acting like they're the character. You know what I mean?
You had some girls dressed up in anime girl bikinis and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course they do it. You know, they always do that.
Damn, I should have gone.
That's why half the people go to it.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I've seen stuff. It's like it's like beyond Halloween.
Yeah, it gets dark.
It's like even deeper than Halloween. Yeah.
They have this type of fetish. Goes into some other type of.
Isn't there some kind of Sailor Moon thing? Someone named Sailor Moon.
It was a party last night. It was off the hook. The anime party was. It was some.
I can only imagine what the.
Hey,
yo, man. What do you do?
He's got food. He's got treats. I don't know what his deal is today.
Vibing out hard.
It's a full moon, yo. I'm telling you, the animals feel that full moon.
Is that a female cat or
It's a male cat.
With no nuts.
Well, yeah, I had to,
claws though, right?
I had to get him fixed. He has claws.
He has claws. Okay.
But you can't declaw in California. It's
Really?
It's illegal. Yeah.
Oh, if you declaw it, then it's not a cat.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's kind of cruel.
Well, if you take his nuts off.
Man.
I trim his nails, but I'm not allowed to declaw.
Well, they in Chicago they would there was a big waiting list. Like if you wanted to get a feral cat put into the neighborhood, they would take care of all like within a week. All the rats are gone.
Oh yeah, that's why
It's
at
crazy.
Disneyland, I don't know if they still have it, but I did a report on Disneyland. But they had like 20 cats that lived in Disneyland, and there's special tunnels, there's special places for them to get food. Like cats would live in Disneyland, but they had no rat problems. Because if you imagine, if they had no cats. And there was one. If they found one rat in Disneyland, it would lower their scores.
Because Mickey Mouse, you know.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because that would be kind of weird.
Exactly. And there's fries everywhere. There's popcorn.
Oh yeah,
there's
that's like a rat paradise.
Exactly.
Because, like there would be like so much stuff, everything that people drop. But
but they release the cats at night, and then the cats would just run throughout there and just make sure. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Catastrophic.
But they bring them back in the morning, and then there's a whole kennel for cats in the back.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Also too, like there's a ton of coyotes around here. Like I saw one the other day. I was with, and that's like there was no rats anymore.
Wow. All cats when it's
Or
coyotes.
Cats. Yeah, that's true.
Man, yo.
Coyotes eat all of that. Give me that.
I only bring that up because I was almost assaulted by your cat. Normally, we wouldn't probably deviate too far into the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Might have to get a cage.
I wish he ate roaches though, because I'd be like, "Oh, there's a roach, get it," and he would just look at it. I'm like,
"Yeah,
cats don't give a shit about roaches."
Not enough meat.
I'm like, "Come on, it's right there, it's moving."
They want the blood. They want blood hunters.
He just ignores it, walks around him. I'm like, "Damn it."
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get an exterminator.
Yeah. Let
Which
the
I
exterminator
did.
handle that. Yeah, because you was.
Yeah, I had a little. It's because the neighbors.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's taken care of.
I have a 16-year-old dog at home, 16 and a half, who's like
in human years. 16?
In human years, 16 and a half,
Wow.
so like 110 years old in dog years.
Still bark?
Well, no, doesn't bark, and like.
more
But
like a
people
yelp.
will see her because she's kind of like a 40-pound dog, and she looks like she could be vicious. But if they only knew that she was like,
man.
it'd be like being afraid of a 110-year-old like lady. Probably wouldn't be, but God bless Pats, man. God bless Pats. That was like that freaked me out.
Yeah, he did that to Sid last episode.
Shout out to
Ended up being a highlight on Instagram.
Franklin Mercer. I am the mermaid queen wisdom.
Mermaid queen wisdom.
Is the mermaid queen? What's the male version of a mermaid?
Merman.
Merman.
Yeah.
I think so.
Merman.
That's like a curse too, right?
I have a song called Mermaid Queen.
Mermaid.
I get what you said. No doubt. Oh man. Said the Buffalo. You crazy, cowboy. Let's keep it moving.
Keeping it moving. Coming up next, we got a track from. By the way, that was a dope track, fella B.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, right. Got distracted by Hito. That was a dope track. Dope beat.
Hito kind of messed up your whole flow, but it's all good.
Yeah.
No, it was good. That means it's good.
Cap Jones, it's his birthday today.
Hey, shout out to him once again. Oh, that's what we playing?
That's what we're playing right now.
Okay, let's go.
Cap Jones, here we go. It's called State of Emergency. Oh.
It's like, man, am I losing it? Nah. Stop and look, the situation at hand, the challenge man, still I believe it's God's plan. Humanity tossed aside, empathy traded in dignity, shrunk from the collective to individually. We wander deserts chasing wells on horizons. Instead of real life, we stay living on Verizon. Well, can you hear me now? Cause the youth will never make it out. Filling up with doubt, it's just distance from the godly nature that we were blessed with. The Christ consciousness, not commercial interests. The divide utilized by the ruling side. We pick the teams and vote, but who decides? Fixated on the difference when we can galvanize and live better lives than they have advertised. But we're asleep with the real sense of urgency. It ain't a game, it's a state of emergency.
Go.
At each other's throats, we all keep struggling. No matter how much money you make, you stay hustling. In a rat race with a fellow man to make ends meet. The ends you make come and go and you stay on repeat. Got you stuck on a loop, clocked in on a timeout. I'm sick of day to day, so I work to spit the rhymes out so I can cope. But no matter how dope, I'm always back on the saddle chasing checks for a banknote. It's a game, we were kind to participate. Hate the heat and pitched our tents on a boilerplate. Recalibrate, calculate life and breathe free. Human beings in the lap of luxury. Nutrition we need pouring from the soil and trees. Nothing but nurturing conditions for every seed. Godly living, accepted universally. It's occurred to me we choose to live in this.
I like the picture.
Nice. Cap Jones doing his thing.
Wow.
I like that drums, the way it comes in. Sounds cool. What you think?
The first thing that hit me was the drums. I'm all about, I think if the drums are there, the whole song will be good. Cause like that, I really like that track. That was a good one. That was real good. Everything was good.
Good
the
hook.
vocals coming in, like the singing, the drums are super hot, like the ride cymbal like clanking away the whole time in there and stuff. That was really cool. I really liked the one, A++. That was great. That was really good. I would bump that I would put that on my Spotify playlist. I would bump that on my car.
It's in your whip.
Yes, I like it. I like it a lot.
Is in
Very
your
good.
whip.
Very nice. Very good. Everything about it was mixed well. The lyrics were cool. It was the drums were slamming. It was good. Nice work.
Well, I was gonna say blessings and more light to Cap Jones. You know what I mean? Shout out to his birthday. That was dope. That was a dope track. You know what I mean? He always has a great message, and it always corresponds with the whole show in general. Shout out to Cap Jones, man. You know he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? Living life and prospering. You know what I mean? We gotta keep striving, keep elevating. So I love his messages. I always love what he writes down, and you know what I mean? Dope dude overall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, I was a little bit distracted at first by this Janelle Monáe. You saw that picture?
Yeah, I saw it already.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm ahead of it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yo, Cap. Everything about the song was super dope. The flow. I like the whole, your concept, man. I like everything about it. Very enlightening, and at the same time, you can tell when the MC is dedicated to what they do, to the craft. So it's like, you can definitely feel that in the music and its pureness.
Sounds comfortable in the pocket there. You know, it's just like
very
good.
comfortable.
Yeah.
We got Cap Jones in the chat. He says, "Thanks, y'all."
And happy birthday too, once again.
He says he has more coming. 4 EP box set coming. Damn.
Hey. Save room, man. Save some room for that Royal Priesthood, man. We got your joint. We already downloaded, so we're good.
Yeah. Once again,
about to put something to it. Shout out to Fourth Disciple too. We got something coming. Me and Fourth Disciple got something coming too. It's going into mastering in a few minutes. Shout out to that.
Nice. Okay. Next, now we've got All For Ends with a track called "Dreams Come True."
Man, this is art. Origami. Saying green paper, the dollar bills and cream. Got that money on me. Got me rap skiing. High flying like a plane, skyscraping. Now I'ma make it rain. I'm a cloud monster. I'm too unique, individual, original, rhyme author. My bit is like sword in the stone, King Arthur, Excalibur saga, written in ink, living every day is like a new chapter. Wise words spoken from this rap king, wizard like Merlin, fly on the next epic adventure like the breeze came in windows, open, lifted on the wings of time. When the hourglass sands crash, dry spell broken deep inside a prisoner's mind. Think about how to rise on the winds and escape the tides of fate this time. Meditate deep, study the universe, what's the science behind Orion? On mixtape, Nate Holmes' weight, rings bells, thunder and lightning. No bad royal, the author, no past digital. Still written in black ink across the page, all the way across the dark continent. Rhymes dope like Oxycontin. Both flows is Antarctic. Each line written express a reflection of me. Deeply for this cataclysm philosophy. Travel through dreams, smash a record, crate spray up DJ booth, glacier trip, clarity, annihilate. All kingpin animal beat breaks. Hard punk, ice cold. Galaxy fire starter, breeze underwater. Respect and praise is due to the hero's name Wu. Childhood Gambinos inspired of the greatness. Feel the dream when rap schemes come true. Fire like Yoshimi with Sabi. Imagination, resilience, strategies, and determination lead to six-figure salaries.
That's that.
I use my third eye, my mind, brain power, electrical storm, scramble satellites from Mars, a powerful mind. You had to try and stop minds. I use that magnetic force that frees the dumb and attracts the wise. Apocalypse, a source when centrifugal force worlds collide. I use my words to describe and different drugs to get high. You can see the crimson skies through my red eyes. Aki, I've lost my honor at times. Went toe to toe with bad guys. Studied my lesson provided by the Most High. An emperor's moment, I celebrated with a mimosa, monument to my success. Respected the talents of each teacher. Righteousness, I climb higher on ideas, a keynote speaker. speakers. Holy man, I'm godly like 7 preachers, but still I'm getting my dicks up under the bleachers. My mom Roger streaming priest for the Mount Everest like late night rap warrior on 3-day weekends. I fed my appetite with 40 hours, hard grinds and check cash and Newport cigarette. Some fists and sneakers outdoors, man, I'm wrapped in a fleece care. Put that piff in the breeze, digital breakup patterns, I'm on camera. Dipped in fatigues while I write hard, study wordplay deep in paragraphs, tap the cold vein. I run from the police, head back east, Black Rock, Kaaba, the opium mecca on the streets of the Middle East. In the studio, I recite my next piece, dictating from rap sheets. Peace.
Yo.
Hey.
At the end though, the mic started distorting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some mic issues there, but
definitely electrical storm. Shout out to
why was that mix and master so good? Because it was mixed and mastered by yours truly, AD. That's right. And you can get your song mixed and mastered for only $99 per song. First song is free. That was his free one right there that I mixed and mastered for him. It was fun to do.
Yeah.
So yo, shout out to All For Ends. Yeah, that mic's got to be fixed up and everything, but I did my best to make it sound fully mixed and mastered. And you know what I'm saying? You just got to fix that little mic issue and everything.
You
But
didn't tell him about the mic issue?
you know, it was the free one, so I figured, you know, let me just make this sound as good as possible. I'm working on his second song right now.
Okay.
And you know, the mic's better and everything, but this was kind of like a test run through. Yeah. But yeah, what y'all think?
I was captivated by the lyrics. There was a lot of imagery that was flying by. Something about something under the bleachers and you know, stuff like that. I was captivated by I thought it was pretty good. That was pretty good. The mic thing at the end though was a little funky, but
still the lyrics.
Still the lyrics, whatever. I mean, even with its technical problems, it's like, you know, if it's dope, it's dope. So if it moves, it doesn't. So yeah.
So
I was feeling it.
Yeah, that was definitely a dope track. I mean, if anybody out there in the craft room didn't hear what he was saying, I mean, just try to catch up. You know what I mean? I know it was moving a little too fast for y'all, but if you don't have the ears for it, you know what I mean? You gotta get the ears for it. But it's a dope track. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's definitely spitting some stuff. You know what I mean? If you could slow your brain down, because I know a lot of people probably not gonna have that thought process of what's going on, but he's saying some shit. So
yeah, I would definitely rewind that track and listen to the lyrics again, just because I know there's a lot being said, a lot of painting quite a picture there. So yeah, that had me just like, yeah.
He's into the speed force.
Get it done.
Like that.
Yeah, though.
Lyrically, he got it done. You know what I mean? He was just like, yo, I'm going to. That's like when you get in the studio, you just got, man, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm going to just let it off. They don't know what time it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm
one take.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it might have been one take.
You know?
Yeah, I can tell.
I had fun working with that beat though, as far as the mix, because it's got this low in that whoom, whoom, whoom. It'd be great to hear that in a subwoofer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a good beat too.
Yeah.
That was dope.
It was fun. Okay, so that was a little shameful plug there.
It reminded me, it got a little touches of Holocaust. Remember Holocaust, the rapper? The Holocaust.
We got a last minute submission here from Yage Beats from the Philippines.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Philippines.
Name of this song is Blessing.
When family members pass, it means that something great is about to happen in your life, and you need guidance from the other side. What's up? In a weird way, when Scott LaRock passed, he was killed in the Bronx. That's when my guidance started.
I like looking at paper. It was important. work that kept
Jones.
Jones.
It's ancient. Africans been doing this.
Shout out to
We
Ceaseless
never
One.
understood that, ever. We never understood. We
This
always
type of
knew our
beat we do
ancestors
shout-outs
on the other side.
Yeah.
It just wasn't put us physically in.
Shout out to the whole craft room. Aboriginal Power. Aboriginal Power A1 came through. You could have kept that going. I was like,
That was a shout out loop.
Yeah, right. Yo.
That was chill.
It was chill.
It was cool.
The bass line was hot.
Yeah, it painted a picture. It was like of the Orient, but utopian.
Yes, right. Yeah.
A utopian Orient.
Yeah, you could have definitely, White Horse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jordy, shout out Ceaseless.
Shout out to Ceaseless. Yeah, I did. Ceaseless One. Shout out. That definitely was that was Long Blonde. Right? White Horse was blonde. It was a real breezy, beautiful, nice music. Something out the sand of the beach. You know, you just walk out there.
Yeah. That kind of Oriental breeze.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oriental for your mental.
But then the bass line kept it like, rooted down.
And the knowledge of Karis One in there, I love that.
Yeah.
That beat was so smooth. It's like you could just put it in a smoothie.
Yeah.
You just blend it. It's a perfect blend.
I would listen to that driving for sure.
Yeah.
Just zoning out.
It is in the whip.
Yes. In the whip.
Yeah, it was a good hip hop lo-fi type of beat. You know what I mean? It was definitely dope,
Lo-fi, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good vibe, you know what I mean? Like you could listen to that studying, you could listen to that any time in the world. And somebody can make a track to that. I mean, you gotta go hard on that, I think. You know what I mean? If somebody go on that, I think somebody gotta go hard. So that was fine.
Low fidelity melody committing a felony.
Shit. That's how you feel?
Sorry.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, you gonna come behind that? Yeah.
I don't got nothing ready for that, nah. But yeah, definitely dope track.
No fidelity?
Hey, low fidelity melody. Committing a felony. While I'm watching Bill Bellamy on MTV. Coverboy says, AD, I heard your middle name is Rodrigo. It is not. It's Ruben.
Ruben.
It's Ruben.
No.
It's okay. He's the homie, though. It's the homie. It's all right.
He's definitely funny.
It's not Rodrigo. It's Ruben. It was close.
Yeah.
It's the art. We got a couple more to go here.
Oh, we do? All right.
Just two more. We've got a submission from Danny Salinas.
Hey.
Appropriately submitted. Donnie Arcade, Nevada.
Donnie Arcade.
You ready?
Donnie.
Hey.
Leos. Almost one.
I'm going back to Nevada.
Trans Am.
Going back to Nevada. I'm going back to Nevada. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada. All of these strange lights, I can't call it. Who could it be? Is it billionaires in these flying saucers? Is it aliens? Yeah, it all seems quite kind of awkward. Advanced tech, not fiber optics. I sit back and I peep it, watching that crash plane like Palmolive. Damn, I'm going back to Nevada. They going back to the gala. See like antimatter. Everything look blurred, but I'm trying to get it on camera. People getting abducted, some hoping that they don't catch them. See them all trying to process some things that they can't fathom. Wanna tell somebody, but the story just don't stack up. No. I'm going back to Nevada. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada. I'm going back to Nevada. Hey. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada. Luggage all just packed up. Reservations don't have none. I'm looking at what's classified. Got me like, damn, bruh. We going back to Nevada. I really don't care what the news say. I'm smoking a blunt up at Groom Lake. Looking through all of these X-Files. I'm sipping up on this juice, say. Off in Nevada, but just not for the casinos and women. Looking at all this desert, yeah, I wonder what's in it. We are not alone. I wonder who's coming to visit. No, this not a plane. They be up there kicking it. Hey, hey. Going back to Nevada. All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada.
See, this what happens
All these UFOs, I'm going back to Nevada.
when you go back to Cali and you see the mess in downtown LA. You end up going back to Nevada. I went back to Cali, but now I'm going back to Nevada.
Love Donnie Arcade.
Cause damn, yo, his animation is getting way more advanced. Like the details going on, the reflections. Like, yo, it's nice production he's got going on. It's unique too, and he's doing that all himself, yo. That's crazy. What y'all think?
But he's investigating the UFOs because he's going back to Nevada because he knows there's stuff going down in Nevada. So he goes back to check it out. He notices he's there with all this crazy shit around him.
True.
And so
Area
because most
51.
people would flee Nevada if they saw that. He's coming back to Nevada.
Yeah.
You know? So he's kind of like kind of investigating what's going down. Kind of an X-Files kind of feel to it in the background, you know?
Going back to Area 51.
Yeah, he's like you're going straight into it, facing the music, back to Nevada. I mean, it's catchy because
I love it.
I liked it.
You caught that?
Yeah, I felt what he was saying.
Oh, there's alien talk.
There's a lot of stuff going on in
No, the
Nevada. You got to
news.
go back and check it
It's
out.
on the news.
Someone has to go back and check it out.
Yeah. They crashed in somebody's backyard.
Yeah. Pulling aliens out of like wrecked spaceships and stuff.
You don't believe that, but
that's what they say.
I ain't falling for it.
Yeah. Well,
Flat Earth.
Yeah. If it's on the news, I don't buy it.
Vinny said the Earth is a block. Vinny said the Earth is a block. He got something to say.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's not square.
Yeah.
It's like a block.
Yeah, we need to find the edge of that.
Hey, it's knowledge.
We can't find curves.
Yeah. Well, he said it. He said it. Well, you can't find it. We don't want to start up.
Yeah.
Well, you saying it's like the record?
Yeah.
we're all on a plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all in a different planes, and that's flat.
It's
kind
Earth
of.
realm.
Yeah.
As
But-
Raiden would say.
Oh.
We are on Earth realm.
Vinny said it's a block.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think you know.
So you gotta get that. It's controversy.
Yeah.
May I have him on here before. I've asked
If the moon is round, all the planets you see are round, then why would our planet be a block?
Don't even
Out
ask
of
me.
all,
Don't
you know
even
what I mean?
start.
If the
That's what
balls
I'm
on
saying.
the
Don't
pool
even get me
table are
started.
around,
The balls.
Right.
why would the pool table be around?
But there's no block pool ball though that you hit.
We are on the court.
Here we go.
Anyway,
The balls of
this is
The court.
Yes.
How's the bottom of the pool table? So,
Flat.
Yeah. And then the pool the pockets that the balls go into kind of hold them like a
There's
sack.
dark holes. Yeah, black holes.
Yeah.
But
We're in a giant
let's talk about
clock.
this.
It's a huge ass clock.
Yeah.
Oh, you feeling confident today?
Oh, I've been confident. That's my moon in Leo.
Oh, man.
But with a full moon, all of our moons are a little bit more exaggerated. So whatever your moon sign is, it's probably in the driver's seat right now of you.
Ooh, okay.
So you got to see what your moon is. Like
Interesting,
priest moon
interesting.
is in Aquarius.
Uh.
So you may see a little more Aquarius come out of priest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody told me to download this app. Let me-
The moon was full with the cat. Plus, my wife today, it's full moon because women react to that sort of thing.
Oh,
you know what
big
I mean?
time.
Big time because it's like so.
Because it's emotions.
Exactly.
And women are
Oh,
emotions.
My moon's in Capricorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're really feeling the intellect today. And the moon's in Capricorn right now. So
Yeah.
you're really feeling this moon.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's a goat, right?
Huh?
It's a goat.
Goat.
The Capricorn?
Yeah.
So what's the Aries?
Aries is the ram.
What's the difference between the goat and the ram?
Well, there's a goat and then there's a ram. The goat is climbing
I
up.
always wanted to know that. There's
the
a
ram
lamb,
with
a
headbutts.
lamb, the lamb, the goat, and the ram.
The lamb is the ram.
The who?
The lamb is the ram. So the Lamb of God is the ram of God. Is Aries. So when the sun is in
Not a
Aries,
song like that.
it is the Lamb of God.
You're gonna blow up.
Lamb
You be
ram.
blowing up my songs, man.
Lamb ram.
Yeah.
Shout out to AD.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ram of God.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna play that now.
Hey.
My wife's Chinese, so I'm like in the Chinese zodiac a lot. I'm floating around in there,
I haven't studied that one yet.
Well, because like different animals, it's all like real common sense. Like the ones that get along, like the signs that get along are the animals. So like monkeys and dogs, sign, if you're that, then they get along because they would in real life. They get
Right.
along.
Right.
But then like rabbits and like tigers don't because the tiger wants to eat
Snake,
the rabbit, so
yeah.
then they don't get along.
I
Anyway.
don't think a tiger getting along with anything
Anyway.
with tigers.
Don't mean to digress here.
No.
There's the music segment, but it was because of the going back to Nevada thing sparked this whole conversation.
Yeah.
That was a deep track. Look what it did.
See what you
know?
did? You manipulated our mind, that which is in a good way. I love it.
Hey,
Yeah, we didn't bring up aliens, man.
Yeah.
We brought
We'll
up the
get
flat
there. We'll
Earth.
get there.
No, because AD's running from the truth.
But I have the truth. This is the truth.
Uh-oh.
Seek the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
So was there aliens in
The
that?
aliens.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that news clipping?
No.
When he called up and said, "Yo,
If it's on the news,
I'm not lying.
it's bullshit.
He said, "I'm not lying." Straight up.
You can't even believe the weather. Like if it's on the news,
Not
it's
if
some
Harp said it, right?
bullshit. Yeah, well, Harp will, control the weather, but they are blocking the sun. You can look that up. Type in "block the sun" on Google.
Go ahead.
They're trying to block the sun right now, yo.
Who is?
The powers
They.
that be,
Okay.
and they're all voting for it, and they even show that Biden's for it and everything too. They're trying to block out the sun. That's gonna mess up our crops. Gonna mess up our food.
Is
Who's
that
trying to
ti-
block out the sun?
They're trying to
Is
block
that
out
tied to the smoke that's blowing over the country, like all that? Is
all
you
of
think
that.
that's tied in?
Our
Okay.
weather's
All
messed
right.
up right now.
Makes
We
sense.
should have had sun today. Do you notice we had no sun today? Barely.
What? It was mad sun. You didn't
Barely
have no
see
sun.
anything. We barely had, not in the morning. We barely had because it's all overcast. They're putting chemicals in the what's the fumes of the planes. The planes are
The
just
chemtrails.
exactly.
Yeah.
But now
Now,
it's
by
in
the time you
all
see the
planes.
chemtrails,
Yeah.
they're actually down. So you're looking at the chemtrails, but they're actually down already. So we inhaling all that soup,
Yeah.
all that
Chemical
fuel.
soup.
Yeah,
Oh.
chemical soup.
Yeah.
Somebody said mushrooms. Yeah, that's the reindeer.
Yeah.
Well, that track really set us off on a
Yeah,
philosophical
man, yo.
thing.
Donnie
Back
Arcade.
to Nevada. Going back to
Shout
Nevada.
out to Donnie-
That was deep.
Donnie
That was
Arcade.
deep.
Yeah. Let me see if that
Somebody
was.
said a lie.
Where's that?
Aliens. Come on, man.
I believe in
What about-
aliens,
what about
but
octopus?
not from other planets, from other dimensions.
Well, what planet you on?
We're all on the same.
I got a question.
We're on the
You're
same plane.
planet.
We're on
Is
the
the
same.
planet different, indigenous to, like the planet, like planet Earth?
Uh-huh.
Planet Earth is in space
Earth plane.
amongst the other planets, right?
Earth realm.
Yeah.
And the Earth, no.
So they say.
Yeah.
We're all celestial bodies out there, right? So they say. Could the Earth could be considered as a star to another planet? Look at that star right there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
true.
interesting, right?
I mean, we can't
We
go
return
there.
back to stars.
We're definitely not on Mars.
Listen,
We've never been to the
Who does it say
moon.
that? Who told you that? Where does the name Earth come from?
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole. It's
Yeah. Why do they call it Earth?
it's also heart. So heart is also Earth. Just rearrange the
Heart,
letters.
Hertz. Maybe Hertz.
Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vibrating. The word is in there too.
Mhm.
Earth. E-U-R. Oh.
Yeah. Heart is
something,
Earth.
something.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
the idea.
I got this overwhelming, crazy feeling of just like, boom.
Nah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sedacious.
Okay, so we got one more track, and it's by Underland Fortress.
Okay. Back to my paperwork.
Oh.
Wow.
Yo, Underland, it says it's not
Locked,
available.
Locked.
It says not available. I put it in the link. So Underland Fortress, you're gonna have to resubmit. Let me hit refresh. Yeah, that's all I got, brother.
It's been a good night of music. It'd be, it'd be a shame to like, you gotta unlock that, get it in, because after that last track.
Somebody said Earth means birth. I like that. Earth, birth.
That's
Boom,
deep right there.
boom, tomb.
Earth. It's Earth.
Yeah, well,
Not
birth
Earth.
birth
No,
comes
you're
from when you park your boat. It's at its birth. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. What's his name?
Jordan Maxwell.
Jordan Maxwell talked about that. You know about that.
And it goes to the dock.
Goes to the dock, and it gives birth, and then you get a birth certificate. Anytime you dock, or you park into another berth.
Yeah.
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 It's all the
Heavy stuff.
yeah.
I'm about to play an Illuminati clip.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
like to see what they're doing. Yeah, I'll do it next time. Shout out to Jordan R.I.P. to Jordan Maxwell. Everybody who bought those things up front.
I'm a big fan of the notes too, Priest. Like
I know.
But my little room at home, my little like cave, my man cave office is like I'm a sticky note person. I have
Yeah.
sticky notes
Okay.
all over. No one
These are
can read my
rhymes.
handwriting though. Those are yeah.
Maritime law. That's what it was. Maritime.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Eric, man. Yeah, oh, this is, come on. Got out of his hat. All right, so that's it?
Yeah, since that one won't play.
All right.
I
want to say this.
We'll have to play it on Wednesday. What day is today?
Today's Monday.
Children
Okay,
of the
Wednesday.
lower world, less fortunate, from the orphanage, teardrops, orphanage.
So that concludes the song promotion segment. If you want to submit for Wednesday's show, links in the description. Yeah.
Right. Happy birthday once again. Happy birthday once again to Cap Jones.
Cap
I want
Jones.
to thank once again Aboriginal Powers and also A1 for coming through, representing like they did, and all the Aboriginal, all the Aborigines out there.
Oh, he got it
Came
working.
Hey.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, here we go.
through. Try and.
When I'm busting up a party, I feel no guilt.
Hey.
We're gifted, and we're going far. We're going far. We're going far down the road to the bank. While I'm here, I'd like to thank
On beat one.
I get money, money I got. Stunts call me honey if they feel real hot. That's how it is. You can ask kids. I stole your girl while you were in prison. Jail for MC
Assault.
Okay.
It's your fault. Chilling. Just chilling. I'm top billing. Got it good. If you understood, would you? From my neighborhood, Bushwick. The two audio. I hear some woo elements in that.
On the land. On the land. On the land.
Paper, so I don't care. My contributions to this jam is confusing because I am made it all the way. The super easy body's never sing okay. Yes, I'm down by law. I get the girlies out on the floor. I get the girlies out on the floor. I get the girlies out on the floor. I get the girlies out. I get the girlies out. I get the girlies out on the floor.
Not a bad beat. Not a bad beat. I mean, he had the acapella that was on top of that, but that was cool. Not a bad beat though. What you think? Priest was singing along.
Yeah, because I know Milk D.
Mm.
That was audio 2. The beat was dope. You had some woo elements in there, very dark. Like somebody said, it was hard drums. Had a little bit of it was abstract, a little bit of scary, but not too scary. It had like a doing it like notes, right? But it kind of gave me that vibe of I don't know if you could have. Audio 2 was but I can understand it because he has that Run DMC in there a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I like the way the way the tone of his voice was good. The beat was good. I busted in.
that wasn't his
halfway
rime.
through.
That was an old song.
That was an old school song.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's what I
That's
thought.
from
That's what I thought.
Top
Yeah.
Billing.
There's
The
always
beat-
something.
Yeah.
Oh, not good. Yeah, that was dope. That was a WWE element to it. You know what I mean? Definitely heard the theme song. If y'all ever played SmackDown versus Raw, that's exactly what it took me to. If there's a wrestler out there, right, that's in the WWE or any type of wrestling entertainment, I'll try to take that. You feel me? That's a heavyweight championship type of vibe to it. You know what I mean? I like that a lot. You know what I mean? It was a vibe. You know what I mean? That's something I would put if there was still SmackDown versus Raw out here. Well, there's a game out there, but it's the WWE game. You know what I mean? But I think they need to like look into that and take that theme song. That's a heavyweight championship type of track to me. That was dope.
And with that, I want to say this. Oh, okay. We got what? What? Oh, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let them know we over here at the Podcraft tearing it up. Man.
As the sun sets over the pyramids in the background.
Hey.
Another day.
Another
day. And there it goes.
Exactly. Another tomb open.
Yes.
And shout out to Pro Modalist. I mean, he submitted the most money in the super chats. You know what I mean? You gotta shout him out for that.
Hey, he's the super chat winner.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out he's the sponsor.
Sponsor.
Yeah, right. Sponsor. He showed a lot of love today.
This show was sponsored by.
That was dope, man. Pro Modalist. Shout out to him, man.
Yes.
Okay, and with that, we want to say peace, and we're gonna play the joints. And I want to say we're back Monday, same time.
Wednesday.
I told you, I don't know what I've ate over here.
No, I'm with you too. I forget what day it is.
Is it the full moon?
Yeah, it's full moon Monday.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey.
Have a safe 4th of July.
Yes.
It's true. It's a tiny little planet. I leave it
Children
sometimes
of the
and
Lord
travel
worlds,
all over the universe.
orphanage teardrops.
I go to other galaxies and visit strange alien planets. I zoom right through things like meteor showers and skim over black holes. It's exciting.
Yeah, new life to the fullest. Represent that new life, please. Children of the Lord worlds, less fortunate. From the orphanage, teardrop coffin lids. The upper world feels your pain. 120,000 years of rain for the young to slain. Your memory lasts for centuries. A tribute for what you've been through. May your life continue. Live on other planets where you see the great ones standing. Even though they took life for granted. It's like the untold stories of Cleveland Martin. Investigation found the maps of votes in his apartment. The informant, mob cops, crime bosses, and cover-ups, FBI's and flying saucers. Watching Night Watch, online love affairs and true crimes. Conjugation of Masons, showing new signs. Government conspiracies, the X now hollow in the hands of this killer bee. Jericho flesh, build walls around my mind. From a speck of dust to my exodus, to the black holes, to the nebulous. I hear mystic messages and raindrops. Crack the code of the crop, my brain locks. Then slide out the chamber. Ink sprays over the paper. The diary books of a gangster. Welcome you to the new reality. I welcome you to the new reality. No more prosecutors' incitement. Remarkable federal indictments. $1 billion drug bust, no thugs discuss. Mathematical enlightenment with masterful writing. Mind travel need no license, just high science and incredible rhyming. What happened to Tyson? They killed his mind. He stopped fighting. Early 80s, the man was a giant. A nightclub owner, secret friends with 2 Colombian drug lords. They all traffickers. St. Valentine's Day, blood massacre. The heart in my chest is the shape of Africa. My brain is lavender. Accepting calls from 911 plane passengers. They said they never aboard. The government use a remote, so let's revolt. Someone cut the cord. At night the sky nights. What's that falling fiery rings? I am king. From higher heights I see beyond the neon clouds. For eon my name rings out loud. The future is now. Eternal life is in the journals I write. Exit, I exist as one. There is none besides the sun. Beyond boundaries, without change or movements. Only elements and ruins. Concealed within myself. Thoughts of a seahorse submerged deep in the cosmic waters. I breathe the source of life. The force, the planets, small to gigantic. Gave him commandments, the wings of the wind. Fly by flapping across the entire atlas. New world.
Man is God. He's everywhere. He's anybody. He knows everything. This is the Prometheus New World. Experience the new reality.
Nature of a hoax, because it really does deal with a domain of experience that can't be talked about. But one must remember at the same time that there's really nothing at all that can be talked about adequately. And the whole art of poetry is to say what can't be said.
Yeah.
It's music. It's music. The park we do this. Yeah, the park we do this. Candy apple, honey kisses, play the pharaoh, woman riches on the throne, Harold Bone, stand alone, Carol Bone, finger pop the at the rockers with the rosters, y'all imposters, we the monsters, eating pasta, robot movement, soul influence, Marvin music, garden to this hardest, truest park, we do this, pause, call a doctor, close like lobster, hip hop, a hero, man, up Biro land, Anunnaki, brand new posse, wind me up, walkie-talkie, aki, Shazam, He-Man, gray skull, great foe, great flow, Applebee's, daiquiris, Maccabees, mastery, I savagery, and as for me, celebration, hell embrace himself a mason, nah, Jella raise him, amazing like the golden age of Scotty Waddy in the lobby, JVC's, TDK, KRS, BDK, these were the days, by Hashim Yahawashah, proud of 95, Crown Prince, Brown Trench, V8, William C, Illis 3, Cooler 3, Jazzy T, Master D, and Wizzy D, and that was me, and that was me. Let's make a deal, the price is right. Wheel of Fortune, icy mics. Used to hold it, lick my colons with my portrait highlights. Narration, NFL, Baphoration in his jails. Barry Sanders with them hammers, weaving slammers, these with cameras. Prison war, wizard law, crystal balls, chicken claws, sniffing draw, vision more, spitting raw, getting more. A hair from you, prepare brew. Light a L, enjoy the smell like a spell. Eggs from quail, turtle shell, purple veil on my face. Old school tapes, old school days, tofu plates, spitting spades. We play knuckles, old maid, he shuffle. Another day, another hustle, mother pray, devil chuckle, but I'll save you superpower, swoop through towers, shooting vowels, gain the world and lose your soul, truth be told, UFOs, US codes, computer pros, Judah grows, beautiful, paid with velvet, hate the selfish, fake and jealous, place rebellious, ancient relics, face helmet, take these pellets, blast off, face angelic, face angelic, face angelic. Rebirth, alright, that's where we're going.
Been an enormous proliferation of techniques for subjecting every kind of natural process outside the human skin and now increasingly inside the human skin to some form of rational control. And as we succeed in doing this, it also becomes apparent that we're failing, that the process becomes of such a high degree of complexity that we begin to feel that we're standing in our own way. That everybody complains the state of affairs in the modern world, in the technological world, is so complicated that nobody can understand it. Nobody really knows what to do.